We should be live. Can everybody hear us?
Yo,
Hello, Thierry. Do you want to introduce us?
yeah, everybody, welcome to the Thinking Football live stream for the NFL Draft. I'm Thierry. This is Stefan and Josh. We got one more member coming in soon.
Yeah, Tyler will be here soon.
Yeah, welcome. Honestly, we're just here to fool around, have a good time, so enjoy.
Yeah.
And shit, troll if you want to. We love trolls.
I had this hilarious vision of the stream starting up and it just being two English guys and everyone going, "What the?"
I was waiting for everyone to pick up on our voices, but that will take some time.
Yeah.
Josh, do you have access to the chat? Because I can't actually see the chat.
If this chat's disabled, I'm going to have to go in and find out how to turn it
Go
on.
access the chat and turn that on. We're just watching through some Hutchinson film. We're having the debate of who's going to go one. I'm pretty sure it's Trayvon after all the hype.
I'm riding Evan Neal to the moon. I've got money on Evan Neal. I know Tyler has as well, so I'm riding Evan Neal for that first pick.
Well, we should have done some prop bets as well. We definitely should have done some prop bets. We wouldn't be over under for time it takes for the first 5 picks.
I've got Cave on 3. I've got Evan Neal 1. That's all I've got.
How many receivers do we reckon in the first?
Do you know what the line is? What is the over under?
I can tell you one thing: the Falcons have definitely drafted a damn receiver.
I think you're going to take Malik Willis, and everyone's going to be pissed off.
Honestly, we'll be happy over here.
I think
that's all
would
for
be,
a
actually, Everyone's wanted a quarterback for so long in Atlanta. So
yeah. Can I just say, like, shout out to Matt Ryan though, because he's been an ultra professional. Even though the Falcons disrespected the mess out of him with that whole Deshaun Watson thing. So
yeah, that was bullshit.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of like community events around the city still. He's still here,
Is he still
so
here?
Yeah.
Awesome.
He had a lot of commitments that were like pre-trade. So shout out to him for still doing that, even though, he's not really on the team anymore.
Which play is the Ohio State one, Josh? Is that one? It was the first in the video, wasn't it?
I honestly couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
This play.
They figured out the key to not get these dudes to boo Roger Goodell is for him to bring legends with him on the stage. That way they can't boo the legends. That's the key.
I love the way they put Darren Waller out there because they know that there's been so many trade talks. Like he's going nowhere.
Yeah, that's always seemed a bit like a hope for Green Bay, rather than an actual trade that was going to happen.
Yeah, that was definitely that's a little pre-draft. They were valuing him higher than we got for Devontae, so we're not going to give you Devontae. You give us your first and second, and we're going to give you more than that back.
Let me turn the chat on. Have you worked out the chat?
Yeah, the chat should be on.
Perfect. I can't see it currently, but I'm sure I can find it. Man, this is such a good play from Hutchinson. This is the one down the line.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just power. So much power.
Look at this.
Ice Cube doing
Oh, he brought. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't want to get booed. He's trying so hard to not get booed. This is nuts. No, this
see
is
what I'm
nuts.
saying?
This is actually nuts.
It's hilarious.
Everybody let us know in the chat who you think's going one. I want to know if people think Hutchinson's going, or if Walker's going, or Neal. It really should be Neal. I don't get why you wouldn't take a.
Man, if you're in this position and you're the Jags and you've just taken the QB and you don't give him help, you go for the D lineman. I don't understand because the O lineman is so much rarer than the D lineman.
Yeah, there's like 9 or 10 edge guys in this draft that are good. So, and the top guys are better, and they are miles better, but.
I think Kayvon goes 3, Aaron. I think he's 50-1 to go 1. I think he goes. I think Hutchinson goes 2, and I think the Texans just go best available.
Yeah, the Texans can take anyone. There's no talent on that roster, so they
Okay,
can
it's
take
now open,
whoever
so
they like.
I think the Jags are on the clock now.
Are we now open? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're on the clock now. 10 past.
It was never going to be bang on the hour, was it?
It never is.
It's not as bad as the NBA, though. They tip off about 40 minutes after that. After
15 minutes.
It's crazy.
It's 15.
15.
Yeah.
Oh, such a good play. Straight through the inside again. Oh, such a good play.
Have you got some Neal or some Trayvon?
Yeah, I can bring up some Trayvon. Let's pause this. Where's my Trayvon footage? There we go. Oh, that's the wrong player. There we go. This is the one where he goes round the guard against Clemson. That's just so good. Oh, so quick. So quick. This one
yeah, it's such a good play.
For those of y'all in the chat, let us know. Did you expect to see 2 British dudes in here? Did you expect to hear that? I'm just curious. I just really want to know.
I don't think anyone has any clue.
That whole front seven's ridiculous.
No.
That was a joke. And the rotation they had. I love watching Jordan Davis, but I wished I saw more snaps of him because he's only on the field for 2 snaps a time. But it didn't matter who they had in there. They had almost every number in the 90s was going off for that defense. That line was ridiculous.
So the whole line on this play, on the next one, on the Clemson play, that will come up. I mean, they could have 3 guys from the line going the first.
Yeah.
So, and I expect 5 guys overall. At least 5 of the defenders. I think Davis is going to go. Trayvon obviously goes. Wyatt, and then Sign or Seam, the safety. So there's 4. And then we've still got 88 for next year, who looks like an absolute monster. And number 4. And number 4, I can never remember his name.
Yeah, 4's pretty good.
Carter. No, that's Jalen Carter is 88. He's going to be top 10 next year. Looks outstanding. Come on, Jags.
You know it's going down to the last
winter.
5 seconds.
You know how they do. They got to build up the suspense for the number 1. Somebody in the chat said, trade everyone until Jerry Jones is gone. Oh, yeah, y'all foolish.
It just walks through like 3 guys. And
Yeah, he's so good.
These O-line don't do a bad job in terms of like passing the guy off. Guys trying to go across the gap, they pass him off, no one chases. They just both get driven 5 yards into the backfield.
He's a good play as well. He gets through the center. And he doesn't make the play, but he does flash right to the QB.
If his hands get better, he's going to be scary, man.
Yeah.
His ceiling's so high.
I still don't think he's the one. I don't think he's one talent-wise. He's not an edge. So
You cave on over Hutchinson?
Yes, I'd rather have Kayvon. I think he's a better player. I think the production was there for longer. I think the highs were higher, although the Ohio State game was very impressive. The USC Pac-12 championship game for Kayvon was just... he just dominated. He took over the whole field.
Yeah.
So he would be my one, and I don't think it'd be that difficult, unless I needed a tackle, and then I think it's either Evan Neal or Icky, but neither of them really would, I wouldn't have a pause on taking either of those. I think both of them look great. Different players, but still really good.
If you're the Texans at 3 here, are you going best available, or are you?
Yeah, as I said, I think their roster's got so many holes that they take whoever. I wouldn't be shocked to see they take Sauce. I wouldn't be shocked if they take Carl Hamilton. I wouldn't be shocked if they take either of the tackles. I guess they kind of don't need that, but
I think the Giants could go defense twice. I think
there's a chance they end up with Kayvon and Carl Hamilton in the same draft. There's a chance that the Giants
would be
will
illegal.
both.
That would be illegal.
Oh yeah, it really would be. It really, really would be.
We're not letting that happen.
Pick is in.
The pick is in.
Oh shit!
I have no audio, so you guys are gonna have to tell me what happens. If I
think you're gonna be ahead of us as well, yeah.
stream, and then it's gonna ruin it. So, let's bring up some more footage. Okay, on film. There we go. This play, he just goes round the edge. It's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Oh, my stream's behind.
Yeah, I just got a VLC triangle. Wait, here you go.
Just right round him.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man.
Only the best one as well. Where's the? Let's click through to the. Oh yeah, the UCLA one. I'm going to bring up next. We just dips around the corner. This is what you're looking for when you're looking for premier defensive ends. That dip is just so good. Let's pull it back for everyone.
His speed, man, he's just so ridiculously quick as well. Like his sideline to sideline speed. Like Carl Aftis has got really. Like, that's something that the edge rushers in this draft seem to be really good. Like, the bend off the edge just seems to be really good. Like I don't remember last year seeing many rushers that had that bend, that knife off the edge.
No, and there's 4 or 5 in this draft. I
think. Yeah.
I know he's injured, but I was going over it for prep and Ajabo.
David Ajabo.
And man, the different skills and the fact that he can hit you with a spin, and then he's got a swim and he's
speed
got power
as well, man. Yeah,
oh my God, Trayvon Walker!
It is.
Whew.
I told you.
Damn, my boy shot up the draft board. That is crazy.
When there's consensuses like this and there's media rumbling, then it was definitely coming.
Whoa. Damn. Shout out to him. Georgia boys.
Made himself a lot of money.
Yes, sir.
He's going to be awesome, man. I'm excited to see him.
No, he will be awesome.
This play where he changes direction here against Georgia Tech. I know we highlighted in the video. He turns off 1 foot. This is Georgia Tech. Might be 7. Pull that back.
Lit him up.
He's probably been drafted. They might draft him as an outside linebacker or as an edge. I really think you don't take him at 1 unless you think he's going to play actual edge, because I just don't.
Oh yeah. No, you don't draft him and play him interior. You definitely don't do that.
Yeah, I just don't think 3-4 ends are the same, like, level of commodity as edge rushers are. So I just don't get. I don't understand that unless he's drafted to play pure edge.
Mm-hmm.
He dropped though as well. He was athletic enough to drop in coverage, which I just.
Somebody in the chat said that Roger Goodell called him a linebacker.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think
maybe is that an indication of something right there?
I think that's indication that he's going off. Yeah. He's going to be drafted as an outside linebacker, as an edge. He'll be opposite Josh Allen as well. That's a good pairing. He looked really good last year, Josh Allen. He really started to come on for them. I know they don't have much talent, the Jags, but
right. I mean, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Can't expect much.
Is this Aiden then? Pick is in straight away. They know who they
this
want.
is Aiden, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. Did y'all catch what the Lions coach had to say about Kayvon?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there were rumblings that like Kayvon had like some bad interviews at the combine, and Lions coach was just basically saying that he didn't think Kayvon fit their culture. So when you basically mentioned that as a coach, that basically tells me they're not even going to consider him at all.
Yeah, he's
not even in contention at that point.
I don't think so.
We don't get to talk to these guys, but this culture thing for Kayvon just seems like absolute rubbish.
It's no. Let's just say what it is. It's bullshit. That's what it is.
It is. It's complete bullshit. The knocks on him for having things that he wants to do outside of his football career, whilst the other guy who's going to be number 2 now is doing a documentary. Like, it's just stupid. Nice, Brian.
There we go. Aiden in Detroit.
There we go. Let's bring him up and let's get some Hutchinson film. The best play, pretty much the best play, one of the best plays we've covered all draft season. This one where it goes through the tackle. I wish I could loop that. I'm going to turn that into a GIF. I've got to. I know he doesn't get home. I know it doesn't count, but...
You see the comment, I expected 0 British dudes.
Yeah, you got 2. You got 2. Where is Tyler? Is he?
He faded.
He probably is.
Oh, he faded right now. To go back to what we were saying with Kayvon just now, if there's one thing that I know we can all agree on when it comes to these prospects, is the idea that when you're evaluating them having a personality is somehow viewed as a negative. Them having any kind of actual non-football interest is viewed as a negative. Yeah. I just think it's probably one of the stupidest things that happens in the NFL. Genuinely,
it is really, really dumb, isn't it? You can't be your own person.
It's incredible.
There was something that went through one of our chats this year that was literally like a chart for grading certain personality traits, and like it was just insane.
I think all that's so much nonsense. You can't.
But listen, Josh, haven't you heard about quarterback face? Haven't you heard about the symmetry and how it affects the way you throw? Fuck out of here.
Hey, people make a lot of money telling people that.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm watching a few of them right now. There's a lot of them on NFL Network right now.
Yeah, truthfully, yeah, you're right about that. I was really just talking about Colin Cowherd, to be real with you. I just wanted to...
Oh, man, that guy.
Oh, don't. This really could be anyone, couldn't it, at 3?
It genuinely could. I was actually just thinking to myself, would they get Kayvon?
I think so. I think that if they go best player available, that's the correct guy.
Yeah,
I think.
Tyler's just got out. It's on its way.
Lovely. Sauce as well. I would take Sauce here. I could definitely see that happening.
If Sauce goes here, who's Kayvon dropping to?
I think he goes to the Giants. I think he gets maybe 4 Jets like edge. I hear Jets are wanting a tackle from Jets. Whispers. There's a lot of talk about them being out on Becton. So
they don't like Becton.
Well, he can't play because he gets hurt. He's been hurt both seasons, and then
he's good when he's
problems as well.
It's so annoying because he looks so good when he's healthy.
He does, but also weight, and he's playing at 360.
Yeah,
we're going to come on to someone later that reminds me of him. It's going to be blasphemous because he's not the same skin tone. But Trevor Penning from Northern Iowa is just like, he reminds me. He's like Becton. He's just huge.
Yeah,
I think he's 6'7", 360. I expect.
From what I've seen, I haven't watched a whole lot of his tape, but from what I've seen in the clips I've seen, I haven't been massively impressed by him.
It depends which game. The game against NDSU, he was just downright dominant for them as a tackle. But then again, it's FCS as well, so there's a lot of people that can outstrength people in the FCS.
The people in Britain play football. Come on, I doubt
it. I was just about to bring that up. Do y'all want to respond to that? I'm curious.
They do. Steph and I both played for... How many years did we play together?
3 or 4.
Played together for 3 or 4 years at youth football, which is 5v5 format. And then you go to junior, which is 9v9. And then from 18 plus, it's 11-11. And there's multiple leagues. There's university leagues. There's a premiership. I don't even know how many divisions there are now. Premiership, Div 1, Div 2, multiple uni leagues.
Top divisions for the British League. But it splits into about 7 or 8 different leagues.
Yeah.
Just because of travel. I can't see the chat. I'm always shocked by the people not understanding that, despite the fact we've had international games for 15 years.
Yeah.
Well, I always used to get, how do you know this thing? I'm like, you guys come here.
No.
You are aware you come here, right?
I got something interesting I think we should discuss here.
Yeah.
I saw a little tweet from Ian Rappaport that says that Trayvon was in a serious car accident right before the draft and that he crashed into 2 parked cars. So,
What?
Oh shit! Is that true?
yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Good thing he's okay and there were no injuries.
Yeah.
Derek Stingley at 3. Derek Stingley at 3.
Ooh. That is not what I expected. Let's
Oh,
put up my
shit.
Stingley.
Man, I mean, there was a lot of talk that he was the number 1 cornerback. I know a lot of people have been massively high on him.
I just don't agree with this over Source. I don't see him as the top corner. He's really good. He moves fantastically. I really think he moves like a premier corner. Really, really fluid, really good hips, really long, great at smothering players. But there's just too many games where he looks either checked out or just got his arse beat. I mean, that LSU Alabama game, everyone talks about that. He was great in 2019, but I mean, Devonta Smith didn't make him look very fucking good, so he looked pretty bad in that game. But he was great in this Georgia game that we've got rolling, and he was good in the A&M game. And then he's just inconsistent for the last couple of years. So there you see that. He can come downhill, but he's just not. It's not consistent enough. It's a good pick though. This one down the sideline against Georgia.
Folks are saying there's no way Aiden Hutchinson grew up wanting to play for the Lions. He's lying. Oh, shit.
These were quick for the first 3 picks.
Yeah, honestly.
I've been fast.
This, I think, should be Kayvon now. I would be shocked if he's.
I think they go O-line.
You think they go O-line? Then, yeah, it's neither O-line's gone yet. So
Even if they go Ickham and they play him inside, I don't hate either pick.
no, I don't mind Aquano inside. But they just paid. They got Vera Tucker last year, so I can't. See
Yeah,
them having
yeah,
some
it's true.
chance. Although Becton, Vera Tucker, and Aquanos are pretty. That's a bloody good line.
Did you see any of the 2019 defense? This LSU defense?
For LSU?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen quite a bit of it now. I mean, they were a great championship squad, so they were pretty good all round. But that's such a good pick. This break on the ball that's coming up. But he, as I said, his tape was just inconsistent. It was really good in patches in 2019, and he came in as a 5-star. So Stingley's been a known name for a long time.
Yeah, it feels like ages.
Yeah.
It was the same year Burrows came onto the scene, and it feels like Burrows been around for a while now.
That's the pick in.
It's 3:26 on the clock. Yeah, this is sitting nice for the Giants. No, shout out Kyle. Glad you enjoyed the work. Was there a big difference between him playing up close and off, Seth?
He prefers to play up close. He seems more comfortable playing press. I haven't seen him actually play too much off. He played a lot of like rotation high safety under LSU. They sort of, whenever there's a motion, he'll roll to play the single high and then push the safety down to cover the motion. So he looked pretty good doing that. So there's some instincts of him. I think in this video there's at least one play of him playing zone. But he's in man on this. He's still in press coverage on this one anyway. It's coming up. Pause it really. It's against Bama. When it comes up. Yeah, this one here. I think my stream's running a little behind, but is that pick in? Pick is in.
Pick is in. The war room looks happy with it.
Come on, Jets, mess it up.
Go QB. Give us something crazy.
When do we reckon first QB?
Carolina, I think they might go.
Yeah, I could see Carolina. Definitely see Carolina. Could see Atlanta. Could see Seattle.
Shout out Cody.
Stuff up ready.
Thank you, Kyle. We appreciate the words.
That's a great play.
Yeah.
That's a great play.
Where's the one of him? I want to find the one where he strips the ball out. I don't know what that is. Here it is. Against Fresno. He darts back inside. It's just such a good play.
Ooh. Sauce with the Jets.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I like that pick.
We did call him Sauce Island, Thierry, so.
Yes, sir. Darrell Reeves. Let's get it.
Man, he wants to be Dion so badly. Where's the full white suit? I thought he was going in a full white suit. He does have a necklace with his own name on it, so I will take that.
Absolutely.
Pretty baller. As Josh said, anyone who gets nicknamed Sauce at the age of 6 is going to have an ego problem.
Absolutely. What you mean?
Sauce.
Let's play the Sauce card.
You got some sauce clips?
Yeah, of course. Let's get the Sauce footage up. This is the one where people tell me there's no Bama in the film, but it's the first play of the video. This idea that he didn't cover Jameson is just, or didn't play well in this game, is just nonsense as well. I thought he was so good in this game.
Yeah.
Cincinnati couldn't hold Alabama out in the run game, so the game was over pretty quickly. In terms of fight, and Reader played pretty terribly. But he was great. This one's good too.
Who do we think the Giants go at 5?
They can go anyone here, really. They want.
Kayvon's got to go here, right?
They want line, offensive line.
Do you think they go over line? You think
They
Kayvon
need offensive line.
They do need offensive line.
But are they really going to let Kayvon pass them?
But I mean, they've got their pick of the O-line, right? No one's gone yet. So they got their pick of who they want.
They've got 2 as well. Who's in between them again?
Carolina.
Carolina's in between them. Okay, Carolina might go QB, so.
They might get 2 of whoever they want.
Have you been changing the videos, Josh?
Yeah, I've been. Yeah,
Perfect. The Trayvon thumb looks excellent.
yeah, I like that one.
How long did that take you?
It wasn't that bad actually, because the way I've set that aside, it wasn't too bad.
Trayvon's got the Jags logo on his shirt. Thierry on the thumb now.
Oh, nice.
People in the chat, who do we think the Giants go at 5?
I think it should be Kayvon, but if he keeps falling, I think they go line here. I think they go Neil.
I think they go Neil too, honestly.
They wanted line for a long time. I think that makes the most sense. He's the most pro ready of the two.
Damn, how many chains does my boy have on?
It's a sauce bottle.
Is that a sauce bottle with?
Look, bro, he's literally holding the chains as he's running.
Wow, a diamond encrusted bottle. That is not what I expected.
Yeah, I don't think you've got the audio on for the draft, Steph. But the reporter goes, "What's the extra addition? Extra sauce."
I do love his confidence. I think he's going to be awesome. He's a bit too handsy, but his coverage is just so good. He moves so well.
Does he think go Kayvon and then you have your choice at one of the tackles? Which is definitely fair. I think they're both going to be there. I don't think Carolina go tackle.
Truthfully, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think they're going Evan, but they should go Kayvon and then just get whoever's left at the O-line for 7.
Pick is in.
Let's see. We're not all British.
Don't accuse him of that.
That's hard.
Hopefully, title will be in the stream soon. Pick is in. Come on, give us the pick.
It's taking forever.
Who can I follow on Twitter? Who's got one early? Oh. This is the sack for sauce, isn't it? This is so good.
It's time. Oh, nice. No cap, I was really about to roast this kid until I heard he was Make-A-Wish. So I'm really happy that he gets to do this. Shout out to you, kid. Yeah. Let's see who they pick, guys.
Oh, dodge one there. Such a good play.
Okay, sports broadcaster. I see it. K-Ball!
Yeah, there it is.
Yes, sir.
There it is.
Yeah, I like that pick.
That's a good pick.
I don't want the Giants being good, but, you know, that's a great pick. Yeah, let's get the Kayvon film up then.
That's a nice suit. I didn't even peep what he was wearing.
It's a suit. Them Giants fans went crazy. They like that one.
Bro, Kayvon in New York.
Oh, that is a nice suit. Let's find the one here in the middle.
Hey, Tyler's being foolish in the chat.
Get in the stream. So this is when we potentially see the first QB?
We do see QB. Who do you think it is? Do you think they go Malik?
Yeah, I think it's Willis if they take anyone. I don't think they might take Pickett. I think you take the guys with upside if you're going to take a QB this early. Someone's going to go because it's the draft, so I just don't expect anyone teams to stay away from QBs if they need one.
Yeah.
What a good play this is. Such a good play. Number 11 when it comes up.
Who do you want the Falcons to go?
Oh, Josh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I want Malik. That's what I want. That's
Yeah.
what I really.
Yeah.
That's what I want. But I know they're gonna go for a receiver. An Alabama
I think
receiver.
they might get Carl Hamilton at this point.
You know, I would not be mad at that. I would not be mad
I
at
think
that.
that's a great pick if he falls to 8.
Yeah. Would not be mad at that. I'm gonna be honest with you though, just to give you like what the pulse of the city is like. Folks really want a black quarterback.
Yeah,
So
I'm sure.
I
I
feel
get
like
that
they're
too.
gonna lean in that direction. Like I really do. If he's available, I think they'll probably take him.
Especially considering
But-
we don't have a QB at all at the moment as
Literally,
well. That's a
yeah,
big rebuild.
exactly. You
You need people to go to the stadium still. This play against Oregon State is coming up number 14 when it comes up on the stream. Just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Well, he might go here though.
And of course, my boy Dion gets his own commercial on draft day. Oh, y'all probably got different commercials than me. I
Yeah,
just realized.
I've got none. I've got none
have any.
on NFL Network.
Oh, y'all got none? Oh, damn.
Network, they put up like 2 or 3 in the breaks, but barely any.
This man Tyler is hella active in the chat. Where you at? Join the group.
He said he's in the cab. He's in his way.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How long until Aaron's got a K1 jersey? Yeah, Steph.
Yeah, not long. Not long.
Give it about 2 weeks. He's probably already pre-ordered it.
It's a great pick. I think that's
It's a great
fantastic.
pick. I really
Best
like
player
it.
in the draft at 5. I think that's you can't ask for
It's a
much
great
more
pick,
than that.
yeah.
Can't ask for much more than that. Gets to be in New York. Gets to be where he wants to be.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be a very, very, very big pick for them. Especially, I would love them to follow this up and take Hamilton at 7. I know it doesn't. I know they're not going to. They're going to take a tackle because they need to. But You know, next year's ruined anyway. You're not doing anything with Daniel Jones, so you might as well load up. Number 19 when it comes up on the stream. I'm going to get the inside pull, I believe. Yeah. That's such a good play. When he goes through the tackle's legs. Goes under the tackle. They pull the right tackle from the empty set. Such a good play. Such a good play. Let's go. Pick is in. No trades yet either.
I'm not surprised, bro. The NFL draft, like you usually, the trade activity is like, it's like minimal essentially, especially this early. It'll probably be like once we get to like the teens.
Yeah, that's true. You start seeing lots of people swap then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess if there's no big guy to move up for then, or no quarterback to move up for then we're going to see a lot less.
Honestly, what you just mentioned, that's really what it is. There's no quarterback to move up for. Most drafts have better QBs than this, I would say.
Yeah, next year's has got 2 very, very good ones, possibly 3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Malik, you want to be in Atlanta. I know you do. I can see it on your face. Like, come on. Like, just tell the Panthers no.
Who do they go? Who do you think this is? They need line. They need QB.
If it's not QB, I think they go no line.
Yeah, to be honest, I did not expect both tackles to fall for
no way.
Carolina.
I didn't think so either.
Happy. They'll be very, very happy. Let's get some Icky up. This is who I think it'll be. Pick is in. Let's go. Give us the pick. It is Icky Aquano. I thought it would be.
Wow.
Don't hate that one.
No, I think that's a great pick. I don't think they expected him to fall there.
Do you think the Giants go straight for Neil?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a hand in the card straight after.
Who's the other O-line who's been pretty highly ranked? Is it Cross?
Yeah, Charles Cross from Mississippi
I haven't really seen any of him.
I've got some to watch of him. He's very solid, very good in pass pro. He's not as athletic as the rest of these dudes. I don't even think he's as athletic as Evan Neal.
No. But
he's very, very steady. And he's probably the most, of all the prospects I've watched this entire year, outside of maybe Neal. He's the same every game, which is really nice to see.
Yeah.
2 years at playing tackle, played guard, played all over that line, actually. But yeah, when he looks good and when he's settled, he looks really good. Really nice quick step, really good hands, good placement. Looks strong. But again, if you're drafting at the top, most people want guys that can move freakishly. So
yeah,
that's why I guess Aquanu goes here because that is a great suit.
That is a great suit, actually. I didn't even see that. You watched Ickham, right? You wrote the Ickham script.
Yeah. He's so much fun. He's a little too top heavy, plays too much in front of his toes. But when you hit people like he does, there's no there's no wonder you're so far in front of your toes. Powerful. His ceiling is a top 3 tackle in the whole league. He reminds me of Trent Williams from San Francisco. I know it's a bit blasphemous to compare someone to an All-Pro, but that's who he moves like, and that's who he hits like. He's a little bit shorter, and he needs to not fall over so much like there. But the power and the range and the movement at his size is just it's phenomenal, really. I just club someone to the floor as I say that. Just take someone out with one punch.
The Giants are really about to walk out of here with Kayvon and Evan. Like,
Yep.
y'all realize that?
Yep.
Y'all realize how nuts that is?
They could even go defense twice and go Kyle. Do they go best available if they really believe in another blue chip? They could come out of this with Kyle Hamilton as well. I thought I was talking to Aaron earlier about it. I think they could go 2 defense with these 5 and 7.
I think with
When's the next pick after this? Second round, I'm assuming.
yeah, let's have a check.
They don't have any.
Let me have a look.
For the person asking about Kenny Pickett, yeah, I definitely think he's the one. Did y'all see?
I didn't see what the question was, but
Yeah, go check.
He's Pickett that guy that's camera still.
yeah, it could be. I think all 3 of these guys. I don't know who's actually in the draft room, but yeah, it definitely could be Pickett.
They've got cameras set up in all their houses anyway.
I
They set up all over their cribs.
I
Like,
don't see him as a first rounder. I don't see any of these guys as first
I
rounders.
think most people don't. To be real with you, like
People just
that's
convince themselves, don't they? They just convince themselves that.
that's what it's like when it's like when you have like a QB drought in a draft. You got to hype up the dudes who are probably mediocre. To be honest with you.
Yeah, someone described one scouting report with Andy Dalton with less touch, which is
Yo, how the fuck would you want that?
yeah, that's what I thought.
The
But
guy's career's over before it's even
when
started.
he's on, like all of these guys, when they're on, they look great, and he hits stuff in
Yeah,
rhythm,
of course,
but
of course.
just it's so inconsistent, and he's
The conditions
older
are
than
so
Sam Darnold.
different.
There you go. He's older than Sam Darnold, or 1 year, or he's a couple of months younger.
How young was Sam Darnold when he came into the league?
20.
Damn.
Yeah. I'll double check Kenny Pickett's age. Yeah, he's 23 already. I mean, it's not quite Brandon Whedon, 29 years old, but it definitely makes a difference.
Pick is in.
Pick is in. Check the channel.
I think it's 7-0.
Yeah, it should be Evan Neal.
Yep, it's Evan Neal.
Good job, Giants. Great draft for them.
Yeah, they've done well with those picks. I thought they might trade out 7, but I don't think they expected the tackle to be there, to be honest.
All right, it's ATL time. Let's stop messing around. Get Malik. Let's keep it going.
I hope.
Franchise
Jerry. I really hope. Let's get the Evan Neal footage on.
But look, the Giants did just solidify their trenches. Genuinely,
Yeah,
like,
that's a fantastic left tackle and your right end. That's brilliant in one draft.
To get 2 guys who are labeled as number 1s.
Yeah,
basically.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're both essentially franchise guys. They got 2 franchise guys in one draft.
2 franchise guys. That's ridiculous. Hey, they needed it.
Yeah,
they needed it. Cable video sooner. Nice boost.
ATL.
the more you sing, the more they're likely to hurt you.
Don't say that, because that's so true. You're right.
Man, watch them take Kenny Pickett now.
No, stop. No, don't you dare. That's not even funny. I'm not even trying to. No, stop that immediately.
This is like Steph last year with Mac Jones.
Oh,
That turned out pretty well.
yeah, that turned out pretty well. We've said it several times through the draft videos, but fit is just everything as far as I'm concerned. The more we watch film, the more I'm convinced that pretty much all of these guys are good. All of these guys could be good, but
where they land is so
I don't
important.
trust
All about the environment that you're
22
in.
of the teams in the league. So.
All about the environment.
It's like you said in the Wonder video, in the Wonder Robinson video that came out today. Like, I really, really like him if he goes to Shanahan. I really, really like him if he ends up with like a LaFleur. I really hate him if he goes to Detroit or somewhere like that.
Like, not going to use him. I think he would be really good in Pittsburgh as well. They develop receivers so well. So I think Mechie's going to end up there though. That's what I think.
I love Mechie. Yeah. I really like that.
Well, I have him as a first round grade. So if it wasn't for his knee, he absolutely should go in the first.
Taking deep breaths, y'all. Taking deep breaths.
Trayvon Walker going number 1 in the draft. Kirby Smart has now produced more number 1 overall picks than Saban.
Tyler will be with us. Oh man, they're showing the split squat from Evan Neal, Josh.
Oh, it's such a ridiculous clip.
Let's go. Come on, Atlanta. Come on.
They haven't even made the pick yet. That's the crazy part. This is the most Atlanta shit in the world. Look at them. They're shaking in their boots right now. They don't even know what to do. Shaking like a stripper. Watch them really run down the clock too. Like really watch them wait till the last second to pick. Oh, pick is in.
Pick is in.
I just have visions of them cut into that draft room and they're just flipping a coin.
Yo, chill. Oh my god.
Well, someone tried to trade to 7.
Someone tried to come up.
Someone
for real?
tried to trade to the Giants. There's a report on Twitter, but they told them no.
Ooh.
Decision.
I don't blame him.
No, not with Evan Neal there. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, like we said, that's 2 number 1s right there. There's no way you let that fall out of your hands. Somebody in the chat said that they got the Evan Neal pick right. They want to know what their prize is.
Oh, they're going to be T-shirts. We're going to do them in the off season. We'll do them a few weeks later. We got some more draft videos to sort out first.
Wow, the Falcons just picked Drake London.
Yeah, first receiver. There you go. You told it was receiver.
He said he was the best.
Best receiver in the draft. Best receiver in the draft.
Fucking wide receiver. Of course they did. Oh my god.
Oh shit. He's the best receiver in this draft. So I did not expect him to go at 8. But
no, he really shouldn't have gone 8. He really.
Oh man, no, yeah, hell yeah, he goes at 8. I love it.
Okay.
Him and Kyle Pitts. I mean, they need someone to throw the ball at him, but
definitely, yeah. You know.
I mean, they know what they want. Them big body Burks receivers.
Oh.
No QB for you. I thought you were. I'm so high on Drake London. I think that's a fantastic pick. I mean, it's maybe a few picks too early, but
no, I mess with him, dude. But that when Kyle Hamilton was still there, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we were gonna go non-QB, you know, you got Kyle is from here, bro. Like he's from here.
Yeah. I would have had him over him.
I would have picked Kyle Hamilton over him, but we used to disappointment down here. Let's get it. Shout out Drake London. Welcome to Atlanta. We're happy to have you. Hopefully, we can get somebody to throw to you. So then, Marcus, let's get it.
Do we need to cut to a break
I
here?
completely forgot Marcus was there. Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
You'd be fun. Let's bring out the Drake London film. Nope. None of those. I did think it was a bit strange that people had other receivers over him. I've watched now the top 10 guys, I think. 8 or 9 guys. I've not seen Jahan Dotson. Oh. We're going to have to be right back.
We got a fourth.
He's in.
Hello.
And Steph's got to fix.
There we go. We have volume.
I can pull up some. I need to pull up the draft first.
Well, that's a great angle.
I know. Point of view, or
I was going to say, the first angle anyone's ever seen in time is just the bottom of his neck.
yeah. Hello, fans. This is the voice that you hear, and the mug that you shouldn't see. I need to pull up a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I just got back.
Tyler was working.
You're working. Have I missed a picture or am I?
No, I don't want that. Yeah, so I've seen Hutchinson to the Lions. That was obvious. That was the PFF propaganda football machine. Josh, is that a high noon? Is that a high noon? What was that trade?
No, it's not. It's a monster. I'm trying to stay awake. It's 2 a.m. here.
That's right. I was having.
It's 2 a.m. for us.
Yeah, that's right. I was having espresso martinis, so.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Yeah, Drake London. I love that pick. Going in, Drake London was probably my favorite receiver.
I think he's still my number one. We should.
There's that misconception that he doesn't get separation. That's a lie.
Because
being on the throne is very different.
Yeah, you had
Keaton
Slovis and Jackson Dart throwing to you like.
Man, Jackson Dart looked dreadful, didn't he, as well?
Oh.
I know he's a rookie, but
yeah, true freshman playing on his own, but no, he got separation. He had moves at the line. You've seen the video. He cooked Colorado.
He did.
It was yeah. So misconception that Drake London can't get separation. Look at that right there. Get separation.
Yeah. Yeah, all the way through. I thought he was separated all the way through his film. I didn't see what people saw with that. I think that's
because he'd have to come back to the ball 5 yards.
I think there's people just have to what they hear. So this
watch the tape.
Making it everywhere as well. 13 when it comes up on the stream. The one we attack.
Charles Cross.
Charles Cross.
That makes a lot of sense.
Seattle.
I like that one.
They desperately need O-line. That's a good pick.
Those are amazing moves. Play 13 right there.
Oh,
one, he should have gotten the ball. He cooks his defender inside, outside, again back outside, come back on the curl.
Slovis is just not good. Let's get
and
Cross up.
He's going to the Pitt. I'm just going to tell you this right now. Pitt is not a good team. Kenny Pickett's not going to be a good quarterback.
No.
It's just. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Well, listen, we were already roasting Kenny Pickett earlier.
Yeah, we were going at the quarterbacks in this. I think we might be a while till we see one now. Who's at 10?
Rightfully so. I think I've told everybody in this call right now that I would not take a quarterback in this class. I would either build up your defense, build up your O-line, wait for next year when you have a loaded QB class, and then take one of the top 3-4 guys because I would take Phil Dracovic over any of these guys. Like,
no, I agree with you, and that's like the reason why I'm not super mad about the Falcons because this ain't really the QB draft anyway. It's not, so we might as well build up the rest of the team, make it easier for next year's QB.
It's the same thing that the Panthers have done. They're going next year. They didn't want to go in on anyone this year. Same thing that arguably, I had some conversations earlier today that the Texans are still looking for a guy. I think it's too early to say Davis Mills isn't the guy. I quite like Davis Mills last year, to be honest.
Davis Mills was probably the third or fourth best rookie last year.
Yeah, he was the second best. He was the second best quarterback.
Yeah, he was. This might be the Debo trade if it's going to happen. At 10.
Oh, San Francisco on the clock?
Yeah.
I'm pulling up the draft right now.
Jets are on the pick.
Oh, Jets on the clock.
But this was allegedly what they were going to swap for Debo, so I don't think that was happening. But the offer was 10, 35, and 99 for Debo.
Really?
Yeah, apparently so. But they wanted next year's first as well.
But if you're the 49ers, you take that?
If he's not going to re-sign, yeah. I mean, if that's what he was threatening that he wasn't going to re-sign, then I don't know. I don't know what else you can do at that point. You've got to get something, haven't you?
You know you do. Let's get Wan'Dale Robinson. Wandale's no Debo, but...
No, he's not big enough, is he? That's the problem.
And you look at the video we just put out today, can't block. He has drops issues. Like,
Although Debo's hands aren't always amazing, to be fair. He gets some,
but also Debo can take a hit.
Yes.
How many times have we seen the playoffs?
And he can run through people.
Listen, any receiver playing running back can take a hit. Listen.
That's literally why he doesn't want to play running back anymore. He wants to stop taking them hits and get that wide receiver money.
Oh, wait, this Jets pick is from the Jamal Adams trade?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
pick is in as well.
All right, who do we think? O-line? You got to go O-line for Zach Wilson.
They got Vera Tucker, they got Becton. They could.
I think they might go receiver.
Yeah, I think this is Jameson.
Has Akeem gone? Sorry.
Yeah, Akani went to the Panthers.
Hey, want to give a special shout out. Coach Caston is in the watching live right now. Shout out Coach Caston.
Hey,
Coach Caston, how you doing?
He says he's not watching with any audio though.
This is gonna be Jameson Williams, I think, which is great.
Hey, Kyle Hamilton.
But I don't get the Jameson Williams pick because he's not going to play for the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season.
If you believe Adam Schefter and his 17 tweets about how his knee injury is going really.
Why
well.
would I ever believe what Adam Schefter says?
Everyone, Jameson Williams' knee's fine. I promise you.
Look away.
All my homies hate Adam Schefter.
The mouthpiece of the NFL.
It's the worst. Come on, Jets.
Oh, Hamilton really falling outside the top 10.
I mean, he's a safety, so...
Yeah. I get it, the positional
thing.
value, but he can play all over the field.
He could be.
And I was reading some scouting report that he would fall because he's a timid tackler. Did you see that on film?
I didn't see any timidness in tackling.
Because what I saw was a guy... Yeah.
Timid?
A 6'4" safety was the opposite of timid.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was completely the opposite way around. I think he threw his shoulder in too much.
Yeah. There were a few plays where he would actually use his length.
Garrett Wilson.
I like that.
I don't like that.
Do you like Olave more than Wilson?
Yeah. I have 3 people.
I like Olave more than
Wilson.
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 I liked Wilson, but yeah.
I don't know what he does better than any of the other 3. Like, he doesn't run better after the catch than either James.
He's got a good burst.
London. He's got good burst. He's got good twitch, but he isn't as good downfield as any of the other 3. He can't take the top off the defense like the other 3. I do not believe that 4-4-40 time. I just think that's nonsense.
ESPN just compared him to Lynn Swan.
I don't think he has that deep ball.
No. He had that amazing catch in the playoff, but I think this past year really sold his stock.
Yes, very much so. But I don't think his tape this year was better than Olave's either. We watched 8 or 9 games for the review, and I think Olave was just better. I had him as a second-round grade. I know a lot of people are going to be upset at that, but
you have him a second round. I thought he was going to be a first round, but I thought he was going to be like late.
Player. I guess people are all over the place a lot of the time, but yeah, I had him as a 30, about the 30 range. Maybe in this draft, because the draft's not as deep as or as talented as some. Maybe he's a top.
But I feel like this is
player.
one of the most deep receiver drafts in the past couple of years, where like a guy you can get in the second round will do just as good as a guy you get in the first round. I mean,
yeah, people have told me that, but everyone I watch in the top 3, I think Jameson, Olave, and London were ahead of everyone. Burks was, I don't know, Burks is stiff.
I think Burks is the most raw of them all.
Yeah. And then I haven't seen much Dotson. We were talking about that earlier, but then
Josh, you threw in the stat about Burks how he played quarterback and he was 0 for 4 with 2 interceptions.
It was.
I thought that was
0 for 7.
0 for 7 with 2 interceptions. It's the exact opposite of LT's career stats passing, where LT has a perfect passer rating. Burks has a complete 0.
Yeah, they were. To be fair, they were all gadget plays, but yeah, 0 for 7 is not good.
No.
Saints are on the clock.
Saints are on the clock.
Commanders just traded the Saints. Oh, is this God?
They're going
Don't
QB.
take a quarterback. They're going to take Malik Willis, aren't they?
Yes, they're going to take Malik Willis.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No. Please don't take.
So what?
Oh,
you're
one of
telling
our
me-
viewers, Brian Scalabrini, said he got the Evan Neal right
He
pick.
did. He did.
Congratulations. You win a 1 of 1 t-shirt. Not 1 of 1, but you'll be one of the first t-shirts.
Yeah, we'll send them out. We'll get them out in May.
Now, is this the Brian Scalabrini? I hope it is.
Yeah, you know damn well.
Who is
So-
this
Wait, has Anthony Brown been called yet, Thierry? I made that joke last year of the first pick. Like, wait, it's not Ian Book. Wait, it's not Anthony Brown.
Man, the comparisons, people really do talk themselves up. Some of the comparisons last year of Ian Book were ridiculous.
They call him Drew Brees.
Yeah, I know.
I watched a lot of Drew Brees and I watched a lot of Ian Book. The Venn diagram is here.
Two complete opposite sides of the page.
Yeah, they're circles. The Venn diagram is just 2 circles.
There's 2 commonalities. They played college in Indiana and they went to New Orleans to play football. That's it. Oh, and they have a weird birthmark. That's the 3 commonalities.
But has Ellen tried to wipe it off of his face?
All-time moment. All-time
One
moment.
of the all-time moments. It's one of the cringiest things you'll ever watch. I literally
This-
can't watch that clip without dying of second-hand embarrassment.
This is what you get from tuning into the Thinking Football stream instead of ESPN or NFL Network. They won't talk about Ellen trying to wipe away Drew Brees' birthmark. We talk about the hard-hitting
I'm going to
facts
sneak
here.
that into a video somewhere. I almost left your camp intro outro in the script for when down 5 or you would kill me.
Enjoy the draft, bitches.
The first part of it was so cringy though. I was like, oh, Tyler's gonna murder me. If
Well, I said at the end, oh, please don't include this.
Yeah. You're like, oh,
'Cause-
fuck, don't include that.
That was like midnight of like finishing last scripts.
Yeah, there's a
I'm
lot
ready.
of silly stuff in the last few scripts.
Oh, we got Garrett Wilson tape going right now.
Yeah.
I also think Garrett Wilson heavily benefited from guys keen on Olave and Jackson Smith like that.
Olave ran the top off of that offense, like they ran the top of those defenses pretty much all the time. Like Wilson, I definitely thought was the better underneath route runner,
But we're all in agree that JSN's the best receiver of 3, right?
Yeah.
oh yeah, I think he might be the best receiver to come out of the last sort of 3 or 4 drafts, and the amount of receiver talent to come out of these last drafts, like we're chasing everyone. Like at this point in his career, he looks like the best. Like,
He does
he's
not need to play a
close.
snap next year, and he could probably be a top 5 pick.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
top
oh,
10 pick if
absolutely.
he doesn't take a snap now.
Yeah, right now.
That
I'll give
you
you
all
all-
the film of the Utah game because
Of the Rose Bowl. And then Marvin Harrison Jr., that's a killer on the field.
Listen to this, y'all. The Falcons are the first team to pick a wide receiver and tight end in the top 10 of consecutive drafts since the Browns in 2004 and 2005 with Kellen Slow Jr. and Braylon Edwards.
ooh,
Now, tell me the difference between Kyle Pitts and Drake London.
yeah, they're both the receiver, aren't they?
Exactly
Yeah.
what I said.
Who's a better blocker? Because Drake London's a good blocker.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's better than what's his name?
Than
And Kyle
London.
Pitts.
Kyle Pitts, yeah.
Yeah.
We broke down Kyle Pitts' film last year.
Mhm.
They honestly, I think you could interchange them a little bit.
Yeah. How tall is Drake London again?
6'4". Oh,
6'5", 210.
6'5"?
Yeah.
I think that 6'5" might be a little misleading. Is more like 6. I think you measure at the combine 6'4".
Who's 6'4" the combine? That's a team listing. That is the 6'5".
Did my internet just go out? All my streams are down.
No, I still got you.
And you got
No, you're
me.
still here.
Yeah.
I've been having spotty internet issues the last couple weeks.
Have the Saints picked?
Pick is in, but not yet. Do we like?
Oh,
Do we
we
like
got-
the Jets draft?
We got Coach Caston on audio now. Everyone shout out Coach Caston.
Shout out
Coach Caston.
Hello, Coach Caston. How you doing?
The original Coach K.
I wonder if this has got to be a QB, yeah?
It's got to be Malik Willis.
I can't see who else you draft up, who you trade
They've
up.
not gone up to pick a non-QB.
But
Unless they really like Kyle Hamilton.
why would you trade up for a QB in this class? I don't understand that.
That's what I don't get.
They're desperate.
What were the Saints picking? Were they?
They had 2, didn't they? They ended up swapping once. They ended up having 16 and 18, I believe.
He might be Kyle Hamilton.
No, you don't trade up 2. I'm assuming they've traded up 2, right?
I'm
That's
each just
16
looking
and
to see what they traded.
They had 16
Is-
and 19 beforehand.
Who? Oh, who's the Charger on stage right now?
I don't know.
That's
Yeah, I
Tony
think-
Gonzalez. That's Austin Eckler. Oh, that's just a fan.
Oh, okay.
They drafted Olave.
They move up for Olave.
I'm seeing Olave.
Seeing Olave.
Yeah.
Did they kind of traded both the picks then, right?
I'm trying to find. I was just looking to see what they traded for
Washington
it.
received 16,
Wow, they
98,
did
and
pick
120.
Olave.
They went Olave. Wow.
Mm.
Now help me understand why you trade up 5 spots
They traded.
for Olave.
They traded.
16
end
to
of the
11.
Beginning of the 4th, and late 3rd and a early 4th. So that's not terrible. And the 16. I don't hate
Interesting.
that to move up if you want to guarantee you get Olave. You guarantee you get the speed demon.
But who's throwing to him? Jameis?
Drew Brees
Ian
when he
Book?
retires next year. Come back with Sean Payton.
Sean Payton's he's
Sean
with
Payton's
Kevin
on the
James.
Cowboys next year. That's who Sean Payton is.
Oh, Mike McCarthy's. Josh, you know Mike McCarthy. He's done.
Another way, we're also sure he's not in his job, even though they were pretty good last year.
They made the playoffs. They should have won their playoff game.
He's even more
Mike-
done.
Mike
Kellen Moore ends up
McCarthy-
taking a head coach role. If Kellen Moore
Stop
leaves, he's
them.
fucked.
Also, shout out Tony Gonzalez looking great on stage. I just don't understand why they have them announcing this pick.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense.
It's because Bezos is announcing his streaming Chargers Chiefs Week 2, which will be a great game.
Yeah? Is that Thursday?
Oh, definitely.
That'll be, I think, the first Amazon Prime game
And we have
with Al Michaels
on the call,
and
yeah.
Oh,
who's the color guy? Oh, Aikman.
No, Aikman and Buck are still on.
Aikman Buck went to ESPN. That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, they're doing They're going to be on Monday night, which is really odd. I mean, it makes Monday night miles better, but
Yeah.
much better booth. Much better booth.
Yeah. Let's talk some Chris Olave. San Diego guy. Shout out Chris Olave.
Yeah, good
shout
point.
out
I
Chris.
think
From Chula Vista, went to school in San Marcos. It's about 40 miles away from each other. Don't ask how he went there. Just
yeah. Dodgy
Magic
high
Cir-
school.
magic circumstances how he went 40 miles north
he was my wide receiver 2 in this draft.
behind
Over
London.
His last 2 years, he's just been. He looked.
I
He's
think
top of a defense, and that's what is so valuable.
He was a first rounder last year. I don't know why he came back.
Yeah, no, I had no idea why he left.
I'm
Why he didn't-
surprised
why he stayed
too.
in college.
I thought he was the second best receiver behind Chase last year.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think he might have gone high last year.
Yeah.
I
And
would
not
have
only
had
is
to
a
go with
receiver,
Devonta Smith still, but yeah, he would have been
his
high.
oh yeah, Devontae Smith. That's true.
Man, rewatching clips for this from going back to try and find Stingley footage, it's just, yeah, I see why people they wanted him so badly.
Coach Caston says thank you. Shout out Coach K.
All through
Yeah.
the hour,
Oh.
boys.
Well, not only is Olave a good receiver, he's going to be playing on special teams too. An underrated part of his game, and we didn't get to it in the film, his freshman year at Ohio State had a blocked punt versus Michigan, had a punt return touchdown. Like
He's a blocked
he's a
punt,
good
but he
special.
doesn't like blocking. What? What sort of effort is that?
Well, it's probably
It might have been
securing
wide
his
open off a
bag.
sprint off of the side of a
Yeah.
punt formation. That's fair.
I think punters are less likely to punch back than corners.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. That's true.
Speaking of special teams, Jameson Williams, obviously pending the knee recovery, is a serious threat on special teams. He had 2 kick returns in the same game.
Yo.
Did
he really?
Gunner though. He was playing Gunner in that game where he had the kick returns as well on punt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he took someone's legs clean out off playing Gunner. I was really, really impressed.
That's something that I hope we can do in the future is find special teams tape, because I think that's just such an underrated part of our prospects game is how they play on special teams, because that's how they're going to be playing their first couple of games in the NFL.
Yeah.
Maybe their first season in the NFL.
Yeah, Kyle
Anyone
Hamilton
from the
is a
second round
great
off.
special teams player.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be a lot.
Chris Olave, great special teams player. That's such a green flag I look for in a guy. Unfortunately, we can't get the All-22 right now.
We have some.
We got some of it.
some-
I managed to get the
some.
Jameson Williams.
Yeah, we got some for the Jameson Williams game.
Well,
it's
please
not-
share.
Yeah, we'll send that out. It's not as easy to get. It takes a little bit more work, but yeah, we've got special teams tape on some people.
All right,
So,
who do we
question
think for
for you,
Lions?
Tyler.
Yeah.
Look, they're back with the Kenny Pickett cam.
Who is your favourite prospect that we've covered this year?
So
Oh, trade.
Kyle Hamilton was my favorite guy going in behind Kayvon. I told Steph this last night. I left this draft process. Trent McDuffie was my favorite guy to cover.
Yeah.
His tape just was so fluid. I loved his technique. Shut down corner. He's 5'11". I saw a lot of comps to Jair Alexander, which Josh, you would know.
Mhm.
He's a legit shutdown corner at 5'11". He can play zone. Man, I don't like him as much, but he can do
I
it.
think he prefers his own corner.
Yeah. And then he also had reps at safety.
Yeah, he did. We didn't get to any of them properly in the film, but he rolled
Yeah.
wide and played high.
And his he does lean with his shoulder a little bit too much. He
He's
needs
a
to
great
learn
tackler.
proper.
He's a fantastic tackler.
And the play that made me fall in love with his tape was that play against Oregon State where they do the reverse. And he goes, he's ready to play the outside run.
Yeah.
Pivot. He's the only one that sees it. Pivots, crosses the entire
Yeah,
field.
because the entire formation
And
chases
brings
down the
it-
back.
yeah.
TFL.
He not a TFL. It was like a gain of 4, but it's a touchdown if he doesn't get there.
Yeah.
It goes
Right.
up.
Yeah.
It's on the next play on the stream, whenever the stream
Oh,
updates itself.
yes.
Did Detroit just trade back in, by the way?
Yes, they did. They just traded to 12.
Are they good? Oh, if they take Kenny Pickett, I'm gonna laugh so
They're
hard.
going to take James. This is going to be Williams. This is going to be Jameson Williams, I think.
You think
I
they
reckon
draft
so
someone
Jared
else?
Goff
are going
can-
to go in the row.
So Jared Goff can underthrow him by 5 yards.
You run that play back against us.
Yeah,
That
of
was a
course.
great play.
It's such a good play, isn't it? The fact that he gets all the way across the field on this.
And he's the only guy that reads it.
Yeah, everyone else.
I
turns the
remember
other
when
way.
you put
So
this in the
perfect
chat.
for that.
Because then how the fuck do you read that from cornerback through about 10 men in the box? Like both the lines have clashed. Yeah, I don't know how he sees that.
And then there's also that play against Michigan. It's like one of the first snaps in that game where
Yeah,
they
this one.
have
Next one.
Vikings get 32nd, 34th. I don't
Man,
hate
66.
that trade. Although I was
Let's see
seeing a
who they
lot of
go.
people saying McDuffie to the Vikings on that pick, on the 12th pick. Oh, it's such a beautiful play.
They take Hamilton here. They go Aiden Hutchinson and Hamilton.
Did they just trade 2 seconds for that? Is that it?
No,
They traded a first.
32, 34.
Oh, 30.
Vikings love the 32nd pick. That's where they got Teddy Bridgewater, and they got.
You still get the 5th-year option, so I think I get why teams love that last 30 or 31. Who is this then? Who is coming?
Jameson Williams.
It is.
There you go.
Yeah, I told you.
Oh, he's at the draft. That was Jameson Williams looking good.
Bring up some Bama film.
JMO.
So I've not seen a crazy amount of Jameson Williams, but what I have seen is a hell of a lot of speed.
Oh man,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Yeah,
A hell of a lot of speed.
He broke the. I think he was. I'm not sure if he broke it, but it was certainly an FBS record last year. 11 touchdowns over 30 yards.
Yeah,
11
Yeah,
over
it's
30. That's just.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that is pure speed.
Doesn't have a brace or anything on his. That's obviously because he hit the draft, but
Do you not hear Schefter's reporting, bro? He's fine.
Schefter also reported that the Washington football team, the Commanders, are a squeaky clean organization.
Yeah. Definitely nothing to hide.
Nothing.
Yeah, the only thing that shocks me about this is the fact that, could you imagine this happening 5 years ago? I don't think this happens 5 years ago. It certainly doesn't happen 10 years ago that someone tears their ACL and it's a first round. Not just first,
Not at all.
12th overall pick.
Also, the fact that he had to leave Ohio State because he didn't get enough playing time.
Yeah.
How stacked the Ohio State receiving room was. And he becomes an instant starter with Alabama.
Yeah,
Yeah,
15 catches in 2020 at Ohio State. And now.
And he like
100.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 4
And
of 70 plus in 21 as well. 4 70-yard touchdowns.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And I believe Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Jameson Williams. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. All in a row. And they went in. I would have had Wilson last of them, but I expected Olave and Williams to go around the 10. The speed is just so valuable if you're planning as an OC or you're scheming as an OC. Someone you can put as the X and go, okay, the safety has to roll that way. They have to bunch the coverage this way. They can't play, and you can't play sort of mismatched defenses, which has become so common in the NFL where you play half man, half zone. You just can't play that because as soon as you put him, if you try and sit him in 1-on-1, he just sprints to the opposite side away from the coverage, and he's just wide open. I've seen that happen so many. You see that happen so many times with speed guys. So he's just so valuable for destroying and pulling apart defenses.
Now, are the Lions setting up for maybe they'll get like 4 wins this year, 3 wins? Are they going to try to set up to get Bryce Young or?
Looks like it.
Definitely.
That would be spicy.
It's good, starting to be a solid receiving call though. St. Brown, Williams. That's pretty good too. 1-2.
Also, what YouTube channel called St. Brown being the sleeper of the draft? What
us.
YouTube channel?
Only us.
Only us. We try to tell you guys. Yeah, he's going to be their number 2 next year? Number 1 maybe?
Yeah, he should be the 2. He's a slot, so isn't he?
Yeah.
So
well, I would love to see Jameson and St. Brown on the same side.
yeah, that would be a really.
That would be illegal.
But
That would be illegal.
there's another problem there with you sort of have to play both of them off the line of scrimmage. I think Jameson, to me, his biggest knock is, you'll see this, Josh, when you get more of the film on. He makes it quite easy to hit him. I think that sounds wrong, but he comes out the stance so quickly.
It looks like he runs a little bit upright.
Yeah. He really strides.
Leaves his chest really open.
Yeah, and I think that makes it really difficult for him to run deep comebacks and stuff like whips because he's a real strider in his run rather than rather than just straight quick feet.
And that's why he glides so well.
Yeah, it's why he looks like he glides and he beats people deep because he just gets to that. He's at top speed in like 4 steps. I believe he broke the Florida. Oh, I can't remember which state he's from, but he broke his age 110 hurdles through like 4 different age groups as well. He like broke it, moved up, broke it, moved up.
Speaking of record-breaking hurdlers, Eagles have the pick right now. Yeah. Can we talk about Devin Allen?
Yeah, that's
Olympian. I really hope that he can make the roster. Because what do the Eagles have?
Yeah, Smith and that's it. So, I mean, Jalen Rager, if that counts.
And Josh, I don't know if you've seen Devin Allen, but Thierry Sub, we watched him live.
Absolutely.
He's
a game breaker.
Olympic athlete.
He's a game breaker when he's on it.
Yeah, he's an Olympic athlete. He was.
And
no, I haven't really seen much about him. But what position did he play when he did play?
He's a receiver.
Give him the
slot / Yeah. And there's a difference though between like an Olympian athlete trying to play football versus a football player that's also an Olympian athlete. Yes.
Yes, sir.
His first game back from his ACL injury, where he scores that long touchdown, does the hurdler celebration. I hope he brings that to the NFL.
He will. We'll see him definitely in the preseason. We'll definitely see him in the preseason.
Would love to do a breakdown on Devin Allen because we have some of their 2014 tape from their national championship run.
Yes. Yeah, I think we have almost all of that year, if I remember rightly.
I think
is doing well, boys.
Get Mariota over to the Eagles and run it back. Get Chip back. No Chip.
You're talking of, I know we're talking about Malik Willis. That's who he reminds me of. Jalen Hurts a little bit. I think he's like a more erratic Jalen Hurts with a bigger arm.
So I've only known Malik Willis like through also. I'm not getting into my Liberty rant, but when I learned that Malik Willis was 6 foot, I was shocked. I thought he was a lot taller.
Bro, doesn't he look bigger than 6 foot?
Yes.
He does look a lot
I
bigger
thought he
than
was
that.
like 6'4", like a good. No, tall 6 foot. So the offense that Liberty runs with Hugh Freeze. Don't get me started on Hugh Freeze.
Yeah, no, I've heard you rant about Hugh Freeze.
Right, Hugh Freeze. It's
a bullshit offense. That's what it is.
Yes, it's a high school quarterbacks could put up 500 yards in that because it is RPO, fake the handoff. What's your first read? Nothing. Run.
Yeah.
Then flip the other side, do it, pull it, throw it, and it's not that they have complex route. It's slant, go, slant, in.
Yeah.
Super, super basic.
And he still didn't look comfortable in it, which is
No.
what confuses me.
And also, Liberty, their best opponent was this past year, Syracuse, maybe? Syracuse is a bottom ACC team. And granted, Malik Willis went to Auburn. He played sparingly. I didn't see any of his film there. Find me an Ole Miss QB that has panned out under Hugh Freeze. You can't. John Reese Plumlee, no.
They played one game.
Swag Kelly, Chad Kelly, no.
Yeah.
He's in the NFL for a long time.
Super long
Yeah,
time.
I wonder why. They played Ole Miss this year, Liberty, and he went 16 of 25.
That's right.
3 picks. So.
And the game was at Ole Miss. Hugh Freeze made his triumphant return.
Yeah. Didn't go well.
He had his. If you know, you know. He had his call girls on call.
Oh, you're allowed to talk about that. That's him.
Yeah.
That's his problem.
The horrible thing is they tried to blame all that stuff on the previous coach, Houston Nutt, and Houston Nutt is not by any means like a good person either. Like, Hugh Freeze is a real piece of work.
Yeah, it's not exactly doesn't attract the greatest people. This sport does it?
No. No, not at all.
Oh, the Ravens pick's already in as well. We've got back-to-back picks already in.
I'm still waiting on the Eagles pick.
Yeah,
I've got the Eagles to pick, but the NFL website's given me the Eagles
Do the
and the Ravens.
Ravens take Jordan Davis? I would love the Ravens to take Jordan Davis.
Oh my lord! If they take Jordan Davis,
Man,
that's such a
I
good
would
pick.
love that.
He's the best player on that Georgia line, or coming out this year. I genuinely think he's the best person I watched film of on that Georgia line. I think he was outstanding.
In terms of overall prospect or just technique, or
In terms of talent, I don't think he's a nose tackle. They don't need nose tackles in 2022, so...
Also, nose tackles aren't that explosive, aren't that fast.
Yeah, but nose tackles aren't
No,
supposed
they
to
never
move
are.
like that. He moves like...
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Jameson one, while we're still talking Jameson, up on the stream. He goes deep.
Oh,
on
yeah.
This one. They're just not supposed to move like that. People that are 340 shouldn't be able to jump.
no, is this where they dropped to cover 3 and he just completely...
Yeah, bye-bye.
Yeah.
He's a superhuman.
He's just gone, isn't he?
Yeah.
Not even close, that one.
Jordan Davis to the Eagles.
Eagles.
Yo!
Wow.
I wish the Ravens. I mean, I love that pick.
Yeah,
I
do
love
too.
Jordan
I think
Davis.
that's a fantastic pick.
That's a great pick.
Yeah, let's get the Jordan Davis film on.
Great damn pick.
What
No, I absolutely loved watching this guy's tape. This guy was so much fun to watch. His just every part of his game is just so impressive. His power is so impressive. His speed, like the bend off the edge, his ability to change direction, weighing 340 fucking pounds. Like the guy looks like he runs like legitimately. He ran like a full hitch route around the tackle, and he did a full like 360 turn, and it was in less than 2 yards of space.
The Clemson play and the one where he gets outside the tackle. I believe it's number 2 in this clip.
Yeah.
He gets outside.
He chases down the
patches.
running back over like 10 yards. He chases down the running back and he outpaces him over like a 10-yard fucking sprint. Like, it's just insane.
Yeah.
the play against ESPN has it up right now. The play against Arkansas, where it's an outside zone. Jordan Davis just throws the center out of the club and runs down the running back. Horrifying. Horrifying.
Yeah, here it is.
The only knock on him. The only
I think
knock
is
on
this
him.
the play right
at all
here
was-
on the
It's
stream?
Yeah, this is it.
outside.
Yeah.
That is
The end zone view is
340 pounds.
See how much ground he covers up. Look at the ground he
That's
covers up.
scary. That's actually scary. Like, that's nuts.
There are players that are 240, 230 who can't make that from linebacker, who are 5 yards off the ball and 100-pound less, and he still beats them. I don't know. I've never seen anyone move like that.
Who'd you have as your pro comparison for Jordan Davis?
Faster Haloti Ngata. That's the only person he compares to.
Horrifying.
He's like a faster Haloti Ngata, which is just
So what did we
genuinely
say?
terrifying things. Sorry?
What did we say in the start of that script when we said about how, like, when a nose tackle gets sort of top 10 Heisman
top 10
votes?
Heisman. I mean,
Yeah,
Last
then
one
you start to
was-
take note because the last was in the Damakong too.
Yeah.
he's a pretty good player. But they're very different players as well. Very different.
They are.
But this is the one, clip 4, when he basically runs the hitch past the guard. He gets pushed past
Oh
the
my
guard and then just puts his foot in the ground and turns round.
But he's at like
I'm gonna
he's at
play this
like
60
close.
times 'cause
He's
it's
at like close to top speed. Look at this change of direction, and he's like at close to top speed, just bangs his foot in the ground, turns the corner, and makes the tackle.
ESPN saying inconsistent pass rush effort. He's 340 pounds. Granted,
So
he
there
played.
was no inconsistent
No,
effort. He just
I didn't see
play enough.
inconsistent effort at all. He didn't play because he got rotated because
Yeah.
they had so many players. They
That was
they
the
ran.
thing with that Georgia D line. They had so
Yeah.
many good players. They were
Yeah, you saw it when you watched Trayvon.
Mm-hmm.
That
Constantly.
rotation was insane.
And I think that's a
And that was
knock
the
on-
only knock on him. That was the only knock on him in the script as well. Was like he looked unbelievable because he could go 100% every snap because he plays
Yeah.
3 snaps and then he's off.
Yeah.
Because to me, while I saw in the games I watched, it looked like they played a base 3-4 and they didn't really play him as the backside 3 tech. They
No.
did play him there, but it wasn't his main role. When they went to the bare front, they just put him over the centre and let him go to town.
No, well, they had Wyatt and Jalen Carter to play when they were
Yeah.
in the 3-4, and then whenever they wanted to put him over, there was a special if it's 3rd and 5. And how many people bring on a nose tackle on 3rd and 5 as well? I like that they bring him on as a pass rusher because he's that good. They're like, oh yeah, at least they've got to put 2 people on him.
It also means they've got
a
that you have to double team him, right?
Yeah.
Which then leaves you a nice one-on-one on the outside.
Yeah, this one, number 6 as well, when he just moves the
Oh
guard.
God.
He's a good player. I can't remember who his name is for Bama, but he's going to be a good guard.
Oh,
next
number
year.
4. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Number 70 for
Oh,
Bama.
70, sorry.
4 is Rye Robinson, the running back, who will be good. Yes.
I meant Bama's 4, the edge.
Oh.
George's?
No,
I
not
can't
Bama's
remember
4,
his
sorry,
name.
George's 4.
Oh,
What was his name?
Do you
what's
like
his name?
Brian Robinson, Tyler? While we're talking about I don't like running backs who are 27 years old or whatever, with like 4,000 carries on his body.
Here's the thing.
Like,
He's
no
only
thanks.
had like 1 year as the premier back at Bama.
He does, but he still has 800 career touches, I believe, by the time you catch him.
Does he really?
He's played
That's a
5
lot.
years. I'll double check his career touches. Yeah, I remember working out anybody who played over 800 starts to become like, you do not get a long time in the NFL if you've touched the ball that many times.
Does Hamilton go to the Ravens?
Oh my lord, no! Please don't let him on the Ravens.
that would be
Oh,
a cheat
no.
code.
That is so unfair in that secondary. Man, he might fall.
I think he either goes Baltimore or Houston because Lovey loves his safeties.
Yeah, but I don't know where he fits in. Lovey Smith, unless he's gonna in a pure Tampa 2. Maybe he plays half the field. Like I thought, the linebacker that plays the middle role is more important there. I would rather have Devin Lloyd if I was Lovey Smith and trying to plan.
Who's
my
also-
defense. I want my Tampa drop zone guy. I would rather not play Hamilton there. I think I could play him higher.
What is the Ravens' base defense?
It's sort of it's a twist. They sort of run hybrid. They
Okay.
ran,
So Hamilton would fit in there.
yeah. They play some very odd stuff. The Ravens, they play very gambly defense as well, where they almost don't really have. They probably do have a specific base, but it's very much weak planned. Essentially, last year when they were sending all sorts of weird blitzes. They have done for the last couple of years. Who is it? The video's all doing well.
Yeah, we had
Kyle
16.
Hamilton is the pick.
Oh.
Hmm.
Damn.
Am I a Ravens fan now? No. Actually, one of my roommate. Whoa, Hollywood just got traded to Arizona.
Whoa, what?
Hollywood Brown. Hold on.
Whoa, confirm that.
Where are you seeing this?
Where
are you seeing this?
From your favorite Maverick.
Oh,
Hold up.
guys,
hold
we
up.
have a chat getting spammed. Oh, we officially made it.
Oh, sweet. Hot girls and boys. Don't. All right, I'm going to go on my Kyle Hamilton soapbox here because I knew he was a first rounder since day one, watching his tape. No safety that tall moves as quick as that.
No.
And also, I think it's funny they went to the Ravens because people were calling him Ed Reed, which horrible comp. He is not Ed Reed.
No, he's not.
Not Ed Reed at all.
No.
But it's funny they went to the Ravens. So Kyle Hamilton has the most insane range of a safety you'll see this draft. Not just sideline to sideline, but downhill. That Clemson game, he had 3 tackles for loss, shooting the gap, wrapping up running backs. The ESPN is going to show it right now. It's a jet sweep where he comes down from the safe position, wraps up the guy for a loss. He's done that multiple times in his career.
I can play that in the stream.
Yep, you got it. And he also against, granted, is Navy. Navy's Navy.
Is this the one this is the one where he comes from the pick. This is great downhill
which
as well.
I was watching that game with my dad. I'm just like, Kyle Hamilton, that is
might be quite good. This guy might be quite good.
And he's just turned 21. He is raw. He is
it this one?
Raw athlete. Yeah, I think it's play 9, where he shoots a gap and brings down ETN.
Yes, it is this.
It's
so fast. It just does not look right.
And it's not like he's at the line shooting the gap. He's coming downhill, reads it, brings him down. It's incredible. And I get, yes,
he's not movement.
He's not a cover 1 safety. I get that. But he's a damn good athlete, and you can not go wrong with him on your defense. And then here's
the game really well. And reading the game like fast at a fast level is so important going to the second level, because going to the NFL, like everyone says how the speed changes and it gets faster. So if you can make them quick reads and you can key on them really fast, then it's going to help you.
Yeah. Here on the Navy play, fighting through traffic like that.
Guys,
that's his freshman year too.
Update on that Hollywood Brown trade. This is horrible. The Cardinals trade number 23 to the Ravens for Hollywood Brown.
Whoa.
You know what the Ravens are going to do?
Send back pick 100. Why the hell did they? He is not worth a first.
You know what the Ravens are going to do? They're going to take Mechie. You watch. They're going to take Mechie.
Probably will. No, they probably will.
I like that pick. I really like that pick. They do.
I don't get that for the Cardinals.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand that at all.
See, they bring him in to replace Kirk, right? Because Kirk's now signed. Where did he sign? Jacksonville for crazy money.
Yeah.
Have you seen the horrible take that Kirk ruined free agency?
Oh,
get out of here.
His contract is nonsense anyway as well. There's another one that didn't get paid what he actually got paid. He's turned out to be about 3 years, 50 million. So it wasn't. It was awful overpay, but it wasn't as bad as everyone thought.
Don't blame the player, blame the team. Oh, one of my favorite plays, him against Devontae Smith coming down. He studied his film.
Yeah.
Like that is a pure
stolen, wasn't it, for someone else's video? Hello, Brody in the chat.
Won't name names, but somebody might have taken film. Shout out Brody, what up? Yeah. It's a great play. And there were 3 NFL players in that Notre Dame defense, him, Koromoa, and maybe Tunga Vailoa, is Tua's cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one play
against Kenyan Green's the next pick.
Ooh.
Oh, guard from Texas A&M.
It's changed. Mm-hmm. I've got a couple of great plays of Kenyan Green.
I was reading a scouting report. Not a bad thing about him.
Is there nothing in there? Nothing to...
Yeah.
So I had a couple of things that I wanted to bring up, but they were very minor. Let me find my...
Let's hear them, yeah.
Notes on him.
Former O-lineman yourself.
No. What I thought he struggled with was anyone athletic interiorly. I thought he wasn't quite that level of athlete that people were compared to the top guys. I think he's still going to be fine. And then again, when he gets his head in front of his toes instead of letting go or just falling, he grabs. And he had 3 or 4 pretty bad flag calls when I saw. Watch this play in number 2. I believe he's a tackle in this one because he played both guard and tackle. Oh no, he pulls out here from left guard and then just clears the edge. Yeah, and then his pass pro's a bit meh, but this line really struggled last year. It's weird that they have a top back and a top guard, and their line struggled. That seems like a thing you usually don't hear of, but this is another fantastic block on play 3 here. Watch him just clear out.
Against Alabama.
Yeah, this is against. Look at him, he's at left tackle here as well, and he just clears out 18, takes him all the way down the line.
18 even gets the jump on him. He does well to recover.
Yeah, he just no. You're going to move over there. I have his notes taken.
Did he jump when you were watching the Spiller tape?
Not as much as you'd hope. Not as much as you'd hope. Having said that, almost all of his real big plays were. Here's another one. Clears out on the edge, but he falls over here. I want to find 6.
We got another shout out. Shout out Garrett in the chat.
Oh, lovely.
Shout out Garrett.
6. He pulls from right guard this time. That's a lovely play. But you'd like to see him finish that a bit more like Kwanu does.
Ooh.
But it's still a nice pull.
Ooh.
We're all in the wrong spot.
He's got some good movement. He's got light feet. Whoa, 350? No, not 350.
He's 323, so
323.
This is the one as well. He clears the hole on this Spiller run. Clears the hole.
Tyler, who do you want the Chargers to go at 17?
So let me tell you about my Chargers. I would love McDuffie to the Chargers.
Yeah,
that's a great get. I would love McDuffie there.
Man, granted, would be very nice.
They need help on the line. Like they're so close to getting there, but their secondary is aging.
Yeah,
you have
Jordan Davis might fall here, but
yeah. Jordan Davis in that defense
would have been so good.
But if you have Asante Samuel Jr. playing slot, McDuffie playing wide,
Jackson on the edge, isn't it as well?
Yeah,
they got JC.
JC, forgot about JC.
That's not a bad secondary. And then you got Derwin James and Nasir Adderley.
Yeah,
that's a
fantastic
damn good secondary.
That's a really good secondary.
Really good.
I really didn't like this whole idea of entirely letting teams run last year. I get that that's not what their full plan was. I really do get that. But there's games, that Houston game, I can't watch that as anyone who's ever coached and gone, what the fuck are you doing? Like
that game cost them the playoffs.
At some point, if somebody is just going to call power A, power I every play, you have to put bigger people on the field. Like you have to put actual bigger men inside the guards. Like you can't just let someone hand the ball off every time through the A gap. And Houston was
pull up some British American football stuff, and I'll prove you very wrong.
Oh, there's someone in this. I had someone down. Oh, when we pull up Zion Johnson later, wait till you see the most British American football guard stance you'll ever see.
Boy.
Josh. It's dreadful. I don't know how he makes power out of this stance. His back is like this to the floor, and he plays with his whole fist on the floor.
Oh, nice.
Not fingers, fist.
Oh, goodness.
But yeah, I like Kenyan Green. I think this is a good pick. I would have had him. I think he's a first-round graded guard. It's a nice play in space. That's him out on the edge there, defending that. Again,
he's a guard in the NFL, yeah.
Yeah. He's a pro guard. I don't know whether he's a top-tier guard. That's on development and O-line coach, really. But he's a good NFL caliber guard. He's at tackle on this one. He played both guard and tackle, but he's a bit short to play. Bit short arms to play tackle. Although that doesn't matter as much as people think.
No, Channel's doing real nice right now.
Yeah. What's the boost? Oh, wow, that's a big boost.
Shout out.
That's a very big boost.
Everybody that has supported us through this entire 3-year journey now. Like,
have you seen Do you want to know the current views for
Yes.
the hour? They're at 4,000.
Really?
Yeah.
And the hour before that was about 1,600,
Yeah.
and the hour before that was about 800. So it's just double.
We've just had 1,100 on Jordan Davis in about 5 minutes.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my God, AJ Brown movement.
What?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Who
Oh,
Washington
Jahan
taking?
Dotson. Wow, Dotson this
Dotson.
early.
They took Dotson now.
This
I
is
thought he
so
was a second
interesting.
rounder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's one I have
truthfully.
seen very little of, so he's one I don't have film on, unfortunately, for now.
Wow.
That's
All right, Chargers on the
very
clock.
I'm genuinely surprised. Like, wow.
early. Yeah, that shocks me.
Where would Jordan Love rank in this year's QB class?
Probably 1 or 2.
Yeah, probably one.
Maybe one.
Probably one.
It's not a strong
Two.
class at all.
No. No, I'm not
There's
sure.
I'm just seeing a lot of talk on Twitter about is it worth trading him? If he would have been the one in this class, then absolutely do not trade him.
I think that is more of a reason to trade him. You don't.
Even there's more of a reason to trade
Yeah,
him.
because someone needs a QB then. Like you'd.
You might be able to get more for him.
The Eagles are trading for AJ Brown. Titans get 18.
Wow.
My goodness.
So the
18th
Eagles-
pick. Is that
so
all
the-
that was?
Hang on. So
Yo, the Eagles are building a squad. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Are
only the 18th. That's it, Josh.
Eagles just have to beat the Cowboys once and they win that division. Right?
Yep.
Because Giants aren't going to match
Yeah.
up. Commanders aren't going to match up.
Wow, what a good pick.
And so they had
That's a-
Jordan Davis.
I'm
To,
shocked
so they
he
had
only
Jordan
cost-
Davis to that D line, and
I'm
then
shocked
bring
he
in
only cost
AJ Brown.
the 8th pick. I'm shocked at that.
Chargers pick is in.
Come on, give me McDuffie. Give me Trent.
They've gone Zion Johnson, Boston College.
Perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, let's pull some
Perfectly
Zion
happy
Johnson
with
up because
that.
I cut this today.
I haven't seen any Zion Johnson. What's the initial thoughts?
Okay, so he is built like a barrel. He's a left guard on this one. Extremely powerful man. Finishes blocks fantastically, but his stance is so odd. I will pause it when we get to it. Let me put up my form.
That's a great. That's a
That's
big
a
hit by
great
the
one.
running back.
My goodness, that's some good running.
Yeah, extremely strong, great base, sustains and finishes his blocks really well. Really good on combos and doubles, climbs really well. This is a lovely one here. He sends shifts.
Was he
off,
at left guard
sends
there?
left guard. Yeah, he plays pretty much left guard. Here it is. I'm going to pause it. This one.
He plays with his left knee in. His left knee's in.
Yeah, look how flat his back
Yeah,
is
his
as
left
well.
knee's in.
Yeah.
I've got the pause. It's awful.
He's almost-
Some of the bigger guys that I've coached from O-line have that problem where, like, when they get into an O-line stance, the left knee like bows inwards.
It's almost like he's kind of giving away his play. Like he's telegraphing it.
Yeah. Yeah, but he seemed to play pretty
Oh
strong.
my
He
goodness! You
was
see the rush off the edge? Did he just get tripped or did he get flattened? The left tackle.
Oh, he goes
So that-
flattened.
Oh,
Noticed
no.
that
Oh, 78. Who's that
Wait, so-
against?
yet. This is against Florida State. This was a good game. This is really
Is that
good.
Jermaine Johnson that did that?
This no, that's number 4. Jermaine Johnson had a really good game in this game though. Not quite as good as against Miami, where he had
Slow
five.
getting there.
He had 3 sacks. He was really good in the Miami game. He's an odd one. He's a good player. I like Johnson.
A lot of our subscribers have been asking for a Jermaine Johnson film breakdown.
I think he might be one worth covering as well because he seemed to be a bit different from what people had told me. People had said he was more bendy edge, whereas I saw lots and lots of power and he looked very broad as a D end. He's not an outside linebacker. He's a D end.
I mean, I've watched zero film on him, but all I know is he came from Georgia last year. Couldn't crack the roster.
No,
Transferred to
but-
Florida State, blew up.
Yeah, there were lots of people on that who followed Georgia really well. I haven't seen too much of their 2020 tape that said, no, this guy needed to transfer because they weren't going to play him, and he was too good.
Well, if
That
you're a
trade
fan
adds
of
the 101 overall as well.
What was?
The AJ Brown trade was 18 and 101.
Why did they
Still pretty good. Pretty good
that
trade.
doesn't seem...
Eagles made out in the midnight. Like,
Yeah,
He
it was
fleeced
flying.
him. That's a fleece.
Yeah, these are fleece.
yes. Well,
Let's
how
see
much
what
do they
they
have to
take a
pay
year
him?
then.
Because in his
Is
contract
he
up
in a
next year.
contract year now? He's in
Yeah.
a contract year this year.
Oh
Man, I
man,
don't understand why the Packers don't go. Why the Packers not go sort of 22 for that? And
Josh
just,
is like, please, just a receiver on the Packers.
well, the thing is I'm not convinced they go receiver in the first round. I think if Olave was still there, I think he went a bit earlier than they might have thought. I don't think they go receiver in the first. They need O-line. They need linebacker. They need. I could see them go add to the safety because we play a lot of 3 safeties. And we currently have like Henry Black and Savage kind of rotating in that spot. Savage has been pretty good, and Amos has been pretty good, but Henry Black is quite a drop off when you get there.
Is Savage? He's got 2 years left, right?
Yes,
Or is a year left? Okay,
I think it's 2 years.
so I liked him coming out of Maryland.
Yeah, he's been good. I like Savage.
He's been really good for us. I think Joe Barry's schemes really helped him because it's let him kind of play that robber role. He literally just roams the defense playing that robber role, which he's so good at doing. He's not like as good when you kind of match him up man to man, but if you just let him play that robber role, he's pretty good.
Watching these Boston College highlight of Phil Dracovic, who Boston College transfer he sat behind Ian Book. I'm just like, yeah, this guy's so much better than Ian Book.
Yeah, I've got loads of BC footage now, so I'm going to start to get through those.
I was listening to a podcast today, Split Stones Duo, if those of you know, who went on a weird Boston College tangent about how they're like the breeding ground of head coaches and athletic directors. Every good head coach and athletic director had a stint at Boston College. It is weird.
Yeah, that is an odd one. Here's someone we wanted to bring up. I know lots of people haven't seen Trevor Penning. Big
Yes.
70 here. The closest I can think, and I was saying earlier, it's probably wrong because people are going to not make this comparison because he's got the wrong skin tone. But he's exactly like the tackle at the Patriots. I'm going to completely blank on his name. Watch this block. Just flattens him.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I want to find the one where Trent Brown is who I'm thinking of. He's 6'7".
he's got a wide
360.
base.
He's 6'7", 360. Watch him turn this guy on the next one.
What's Tyron Smith's
this back
measurements?
Stands him up, yeah.
And then the next one is even better. I'm going to pause before this one. Yeah, Tyron Smith, he's bigger though. He's 6'7". This dude is 6'7". Watch him stand up the end here and then just turn him.
Left tackle.
Bang. Yeah, the left tackle. Stand up, hold him, and then just turn. And I know this
That's
is
beautiful.
FCS. I know this is FCS, but when you can do
But
this
North
sort of
Dakota
stuff-
State may as well be a
North Dakota State are a
FBS.
good school.
I mean, North Dakota State beats probably half of the MAC.
Yeah.
Who did the Titans go receiver, right?
They
kind of have to, don't
trade,
they?
right?
They just gave up their.
Did they go Jameson? Or not Jameson, Mechie?
They could do.
Could be. I need to double check my receivers. Why is my receiver?
Is your analytics tab on YouTube Studio downstairs?
Yeah, I'm completely down.
That's good. Thank you to
Was it
all of our-
because we've got too many views?
no, thank you to all of our fans and all of our supporters through all this, listening to our weird tangents and jokes and analysis.
Oh, I had a lot of comments though.
One of my roommates is a Ravens fan, and he's just like, "Who is Kyle Hamilton? Is he good?" Let me tell you, Ben, he's good.
He's good.
Yes. All right. Titans picks in.
The last hour was 4,400.
Wow.
What we need
How many of our guys have gone?
What do you mean? Oh, let me check.
How many guys have we covered have gone? How many have we got left?
This is going.
We've gotten a good amount.
Watch this be Burks.
I was Treylon Burks.
Oh, I called it.
Nice.
I promise I wasn't looking at anything that either. I was looking at my phone. I have the analytics up. Oh, that's too early.
You don't like him that high?
No. These are
Well,
another second ground level.
You have no receivers now.
I hate a 4-3-5 or 4-3-8 free code.
I mean, they've traded away AJ Brown to pick Treylon Burks. You're going to get any form of similar production out of him. I mean, he's pretty raw. I do like his talents, but he's very, very raw.
ESPN just compare him to AJ Brown.
Yeah.
No. No.
Eagles sign AJ Brown to a 4-year, $100 million extension.
Whoa.
Good for you, AJ Brown.
So that feels like that was in the works for a lot longer, if that happened.
It just came out today.
It just came in, yeah.
That's awkwardly suspicious.
Good on you, AJ Brown. Now,
we promised there was no tampering. We just discussed the contract in 5 minutes.
What's the legal tampering period?
Legal tampering.
Yeah, it's a wonderful term, that.
I want to rewatch this Arkansas Georgia game because I remember watching it last year when we were covering Stokes. I think if we could see some footage of Burks for Stokes,
yeah, that'd be good. That'd be worth searching out. This was a good one. When he gets to it, I don't agree that people say he has no long speed. The 4.5 doesn't bother me.
His speed was not an issue on tape. When I was watching him, the speed was not an issue. The fact that it's been talked about a lot as it's like I was saying to you, I think guys are going to fall in the draft because of their 40 time. People look so much into these weird measurables of how the hell can you play receiver if the corners run a 4.4 and you run a 4.5? You can't possibly get open. It's like,
yeah,
that's not how that works. One guy has to run backwards.
Quite literally.
Yeah, one guy has to run backwards and he doesn't know where you're going.
Yeah.
And Josh, I think you brought up on your film evaluation of him, his route running. It's a little soft, like how he rounds his routes.
He's very rounded. They didn't ask him to run a crazy amount of things in the route tree, but what he ran it wasn't as sharp as you want it to be, but he doesn't lose any speed, which is quite a positive. You can kind of get away running rounded routes if you're really fast with them, but against kind of physical press corners who disrupt you, you're going to have sharper routes to get any form of separation, which is why I'm concerned if does he go in there as their one now? Who's their one? Because if he's their one and he sees number one corners, he's not going to have a great time against some of the better, sort of more physical press guys, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Corey Davis isn't there anymore, is he?
No.
He's at the Jets, didn't he? They paid him a load of money.
No, there's no one else there because Julio's not there.
Yeah, so if he goes in there as the one, he's going to see a lot of attention. And
Titans fans, sound off in the chat. Who are your receivers? So Derrick Henry's probably going to get double the workload now?
I'm already seeing Derrick Henry memes right now. They got Kobe with the ice on his shoulder.
His fantasy stuff has just gone through the roof.
Yeah.
As if he wasn't one already, his fantasy stuff is now even higher.
How much you're paying him? Pay him more. Like
No, seriously.
And I think Tannehill's turning 34, 35. They're going to need to look at a quarterback. Really? Yeah. He's in his second wind.
Let me ask you guys a
Drafted in
question.
2011. What's up, Thierry?
What do we think is going to happen with Baker? Do you think he gets traded today or tonight?
I think he might get traded on Saturday.
That's a tough one, isn't it? He can't play there. I think he's going to get cut. I don't think anyone's.
Do you not think they play him this year if Deshaun gets banned?
I don't think they can. I don't think he would do it.
Well,
you think he would sit out?
I don't think he would do it.
He's in a contract, but he's going into a contract year, right? Yeah, but this is a contract year for him.
Yeah, but they also just signed someone who's a sex offender to play over him. I wouldn't want to play.
I understand, but for his point of view, does he want to play money? Does he want to play to get more money wherever he goes next year if he does end up having a chance there? Does he not just take that opportunity? I think he's in quite a tough situation.
I think they're in a tough situation more than he is.
Baker might.
No, but is he? Sorry, go on, T.
I was gonna say he's just gonna do a Trubisky, sit for a year as a backup, then take the starter role.
Yeah,
because this is exactly what happened to Mitch. He was in a contract year, took a 1 year, 2 year with the Steelers or Bills. He took 1 year with the Bills, then got signed by the Steelers. I think that's exactly what's going to happen to Baker.
Yeah, that's a good call. I could see him on the Steelers. He could go.
Or the Titans next year.
Could be on the Titans. There was lots of rumours about them trading up for Reader.
Really?
Yeah, I saw quite a few of that. to the Titans. But definitely not if they're taking Burks there. That's an odd one. I do not get.
Whichever
trading AJ Brown for Treylon Burks.
That's such a downgrade. Mate,
that just sounds to me like they didn't want to pay him. That's all.
I guess that's what it is, isn't it?
They just didn't want to pay him.
Pick is in. 19 is in.
Oh, my stream just bugged out. Bro, you like the Green Bay Packers?
Who do I like for them?
No, Brody T.
So Brody likes them.
Yeah.
Who do you,
Yeah,
do you
sure.
want? You still want a receiver, Josh? I don't think there's anyone left. Oh yes, we get to talk about It was Trevor Penning, tackle for the Saints.
Yeah, nice.
There we go.
Do I want a receiver? I don't know. I would have liked a receiver if there was a couple of the other guys still there. I would have really liked Olave if he fell, but he's sort of went off the board really early.
Zach Barnes asking how long before a QB finally goes. I don't think a QB goes tonight. I think
No, I
one
don't.
goes at all. I think one goes at 30 or 32. One of them's going to trade back in. Someone will trade back in because you get the 5 years. Because you get the 5 years, it makes such a difference to trade back in at the top of the back of the first rather than the top of the second.
But would you take a 1-year starter? I don't know.
Anyone for the Steelers here?
I saw a lot of Willis to the Steelers talk.
Oh,
That
this could be Willis. I saw a lot of that too.
Oh, if it's Kenny Pickett, I'm logging out. I cannot take the Pittsburgh to Pittsburgh.
Oh no! Oh, that will be just for my off-season brain, please.
Yeah. I wrote in our little draft notes about Kenny Pickett the downsides.
I saw.
I sent you the website.
You did.
KennyPicketthandsides.com.
Oh, that's so funny. Who was that player report on that you sent a screenshot of earlier, Steph?
That was of Zion Johnson. That was
An old what?
Because it said he was built like a phone booth, and then it said bubble butt girthy base, and I'm like, okay. These scouts get really descriptive. I'm one for using descriptive words, but they get a bit too much.
I was at work when I read that, and
These scouts are horny. That's what it is.
Yeah. Oh man, I reckon this is Malik. I reckon this.
What's your favorite scout term? Like scout and like ism.
That makes no
Wide
sense.
base.
Wide
Wide
base.
base. Bubble butt's good.
It's a good snap. He's just so huge that I see why people think he's going to be good. Penning. I get why you draft for upside. We've spoke about that so much over this. How much is just drafting for what someone can be, and he has top three tackle talent.
Madden Badonkadonk stats soon to come. Zach Barnes, you are correct. Badonkadonk stats are soon to come. That's the only reason I'll buy Madden again, is if they grade my players' butts.
Steelers picks in. Pat's on the clock.
Oh.
What position are you looking for here, Steph?
Give me Devin Lloyd. We need.
Love that.
Didn't even realise
Love
still on the
that.
board.
I'm happy for them. That's a good pick for them.
I think
I think the Packers struggled to say no to that as well. I mean, we just paid Devondre, but we still need another linebacker. Definitely
I
still
would
need another
love
linebacker.
Devin Lloyd in the Steelers defense. Is Bush still there, or he's
No,
gone?
He's still there.
He's still
I
there.
want him for
Didn't
the
Spillane
Patriots. I don't want him
go?
on the Steelers. I want Lloyd myself. I'd rather have him. I think the Steelers take
The
him.
Patriots.
Yeah, I want him on the Patriots. They have no
Well,
linebackers.
just tuned into the draft. Has Malik been taken? Malik has not been taken. No QB has been taken yet.
Billy B and his linebackers. He knows it.
Yeah, I think he's not a Bill Belichick linebacker. That's the thing. He's too small. He's way too much life. But I think Bill has to just get over the fact that you can't play 260 linebackers anymore. No matter how much you want to play Landon Roberts, who's like 245.
Now, did you like Lloyd or Dean more?
I've gone back and forth on this so many times. Devin Lloyd's a better modern day linebacker. That's the problem. I think Dean's tape was almost slightly more impressive, if that makes sense, or in terms of him coming forwards. I can't pick. They're so hard to pick. Lloyd is a better modern day linebacker, so I think I'd rather have him.
Josh, what about you?
It was really, really close to me, but I really, really like Lloyd.
Jerry,
Just like the speed, man.
Team Nakobe.
Yeah, I don't think either of them are wrong,
Listen.
but I think Lloyd
No,
was
go
just
ahead.
so perfectly suited to playing modern day backer when he was so good at zone and so good sideline to sideline that it's just hard for me not to want to pick him over Nakobe.
And Nakobe is slightly undersized, isn't he, compared to Lloyd?
But I don't think that was ever
That's
really a
really-
problem. It didn't ever look like a problem on film to me. I thought it actually.
No,
helped
it
him.
wasn't. Yeah.
My stream just went down. Thank you,
Dude,
Internet.
I hate the Packers taking Pickens. Pickens still available, isn't he?
Yeah, Pickens is still available.
I don't hate it, to be honest. We're in such desperate need for any, and I don't really like Christian Watson that much. I don't want us to end up with him.
Oh,
Now, what about in the second or third?
there's a few in the next few rounds. I think Mechie. I'd rather have Mechie of all the ones left on the board.
If Mechie's available, I'd love Mechie.
Mechie's good.
McDuffie.
But I don't think we take him at 22. If he's available at 28, we maybe look at it, depending on where we go 22. But I honestly think we might go to one of the lines here. Or even take another one for the secondary, as I said. Take one of them safety guys or one of the corners and just have an extra guy in the corner room. Because we still haven't paid Jair yet. I don't know where that's going to come from. So that's still a big thing for us to try to sort out.
Is analytics still down for everyone?
Yeah.
My internet on my computer's down, but not for my laptop. Weird. Shout out. Who's my internet provider?
Come on, Steelers.
Give me Pickett. Give me Pickett.
I reckon it's Willis. I really
Yeah.
think it's Willis.
So, would you take Mitch Trubisky or Willis?
I'd rather have Willis because I want upside.
Yeah,
I know
literally.
exactly what.
Don't forget
exactly
Mitch
what
Trubisky
is.
went into the playoffs. Do not forget.
Yeah, he still can't read the field. It doesn't matter. Like, he came into the league not being able to read the field. He still can't read the field. I don't want him.
He was the inaugural Nickelodeon MVP. Do not forget. Do not forget.
Come on, Steelers.
My internet is not doing well.
With us tonight.
Oh, that's going to come from the stream.
I'm trying resetting.
It seemed to be taking 10 years. It's Kenny Pickett.
Stop fucking
Bye.
playing.
Bye.
It's Kenny Pickett. Bye, Tyler. See you
Bro,
next
they
year.
are nuts. Are they serious?
Wow, so they didn't even take Malik.
Man.
There's no way they really just did that.
Let me tell you about Kenny Pickett.
90% of that is because he's from fucking Pittsburgh, isn't it?
Quite literally, yes. They just did that just to get a good hometown.
They know they're
feel.
going to sell jerseys. He'll be shit in 3 years,
Yep.
but they'll made some decent cash.
Okay, this is what I've seen. These were my notes after seeing 4 Pickett games. Good size, can read full field when shown, given time. Shows good recognition occasionally. Arm to hit every throw on and off platform. Good movement, despite being a pocket passer. Tight spiral and good windows in 2020. My downside, fails to exploit what the passing concepts give him. Very nervous feet. Placement and touch not good. Placement and touch not good when you're compared to Andy Dalton is not good. And then can't drop it in the bucket. Can't lead his receiver. Keeps leaving the pocket from the back. Oh, and tiny hands.
It's an Uncle Jack from It's Always Sunny situation with his tiny hair.
My hands look big in this.
There's a great scene in It's Always Sunny, Steph, where he's a lawyer and he goes up against another lawyer and the other lawyer schools him and he asks him for a photo for the website and he puts his hands out. He's like, "Can you put your hands on top of mine to make them look bigger?" So self-conscious that his hands are tiny.
Oh, fuck. The Pats are trading back. Of course.
R.I.P. Devin Lloyd.
Boo.
So my thing about Kenny Pickett is he had an amazing year last year. Dark horse Heisman candidate. He's 25.
Yeah.
20. He's a 6-year senior.
Yeah, I don't like quarterbacks that are old like that.
Congrats. You were dunking on 18, 19-year-olds, and you fake slid versus Wake Forest.
The Chiefs are on the clock.
Duke's got 20.
This is
Mechie, right?
This is Pickens.
Yeah, this is a receiver. Right? This is one of the receivers. I think this might be.
This is Pickens.
Pickens is interesting.
Sure.
So
if they go Mechie, I wouldn't. I think
they have Hardman, Georgia guy.
Mechie just doesn't seem like. I guess that sort of makes sense with all the bigger guys and more route runners that they've gone after. I guess that sort of makes sense for a change in offense. They go Mechie, MVS, Juju, Kelsey.
Oh, I forgot they have Juju.
Yeah, they got Juju. I think that's a really good get, Juju.
Great pick.
I think that's a really good get.
Juju's an amazing number 2.
Yeah.
He's an amazing number 2. Zach Barnes, the Steelers are the new Jets. Zach, you are correct.
Did we really just trade out of the first round?
It wouldn't be a Patriots draft without it.
Pretty much.
I don't even see him in. Do the Chiefs apparently still have 3 first-round picks? I'm assuming.
Yeah, they've got 29 and 30 still.
Yeah, that hasn't been updated yet.
So who's best available right now? McDuffie?
McDuffie.
Then who? Jermaine Johnson?
Yeah, let me double check. Nakobe Dean, I have above him.
Dean? Any other linemen?
I would have Lloyd. No, I think all the good linemen, the top linemen are gone.
Yeah.
Let me double check my list.
Pick is in.
God, watching these highlights on the side of Pick, I just.
Yep.
Can we pull up Dean and Lloyd? I know we were just kind of debating between the two.
Yeah, I could bring it up there.
Oh, he's so bad.
Tyler.
I've watched enough football. I've watched enough Pitt football. Which, if you watch Pitt football, good on you. That's
your fault for doing that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Watch somebody fun like Devin Lloyd. This is the night that sealed my Anthony Brown fan.
Yeah, this Anthony Brown is so bad on tape, isn't he? He's like one that real tape does show just how bad some people like the difference of tape and broadcast. Because he's part of one broadcast.
Devin Lloyd, really, really good.
Yeah. 22 tackles for loss. It's just
my favorite play from one Anthony Brown and also Devin Lloyd. Pac-12 championship. Mesh.
I don't know. Do you remember whereabouts that in the script?
Oh, I want to say it's play later on. Play.
No, this is behind the line, isn't it?
No.
This one behind the line when it comes up is so good.
Oh my God. Whoop. Good on you, Anthony Brown. You love keeping that ball. I was at that game. I did not enjoy it.
No, it was not a good
Not
result.
Pleasurable time.
Tyler, I forgot you actually saw him play in person. Oh, my God.
I watched Anthony Brown play in person 3 times, and I want my money back all 3 times.
The Pats are at 29 now, so I don't know what they got first. 29.
Would the
29
Patriots take
San
a corner?
Fran to Miami to KC to
Yeah, the Patriots would take a corner. That's why I wanted
McDuffie
there. I would have taken if he falls that far.
Who's the other corner that was opposite of JC?
Last year, Jalen Mills.
Oh, from the Eagles, yeah.
Yeah, we got rid of Gilmore, didn't we? So.
And Gilmore
McDuffie's
re-signed.
not going to be there.
The Colts.
Yeah.
Gilmore.
McDuffie's going to
this
to
place.
KC.
Ooh.
Oregon won. Joe Moorhead, amazing coach. Oh, it wasn't mesh. It was just a simple curl. Lloyd reads Anthony Brown's eyes the entire way.
Yeah.
And he's not in man. He's just in zone. He's like, are you really going to throw this to me? Are you, like, okay.
We'll pull up some McDuffie now. Where's the Trevor?
Chris Hudson's is like, oh, where'd the ball go? Devin Lloyd's also fast.
Yeah.
He is.
Lloyd looked great against USC in their air raid. I was covering NFL receivers. ESPN, why are you? That's what I get for trusting ESPN. All right, now I'm on McDuffie. Oh, this is just great coverage. Flip the hips, come back on the curl or the comeback.
Oh, that's a nice little punch out as well. The ESPN highlights.
Are the Packers going to take McDuffie?
No, he's on KC.
Oh, it's on KC?
Yeah, he just went. Yeah, 21.
I am upset that I have to root against him for 2 games a year. He's going to be so good for them.
Is he going to play mostly as just corner? Like straight on the boundary, just stay sort of outside the whole time?
He can play outside boundary. I am curious, though, against the Chargers, how they would scheme him, because guys like Mike Williams would give him difficulty. He struggled against physical receivers just because size limitation. Against Washington State, I watched 5 games from 2021. I saw 1 pass on him, incomplete. Washington State played against him. They threw him maybe 7, 8 times, 5 of them completions, just because they do back shoulder, they pick on his size. That's where I'm curious if they would scheme him, because I think he'd be better served going either into the slot or up high.
Yep.
Oh, this is a lovely play. He
I
reads
like almost playing him off and just letting him read and move around. He looks like he reads the breaks on the ball so well.
He's an off corner, definitely.
Yeah.
He had limited man press. That's just because of Washington's defense. They were a cover 3, mostly cover 6. A lot of off man also. He's just got great speed and movement.
Does he look good across zone and man?
Yeah. We said it earlier. He's better in zone because he can just read everything, and he's got great hips. Like, he'll look for work coming into his area. He calls out guys moving. Probably this is a great play against the mesh. Watch. Just working. Reads it, comes up, interception.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, hello.
And after, that was his freshman year, 2019. 2020, guys threw on him a little bit. 2021, people didn't throw on him.
No.
They just didn't even throw towards him.
Yeah. Because
you had to watch so much film to find anyone that actually threw the ball.
Yeah. It took me to that Washington State game. Oregon tried testing him just a little bit, but
yeah, it weren't worth it.
Wasn't worth it.
Good in the run in that game as well. So good in the run against Oregon.
Yeah, he just smothers everything. What's this play?
I can't see.
Oh yeah, where he's just
getting floods of comments.
Sorry.
I can't see the analytics yet, but I can see us getting floods of comments.
Lovely. Yeah, it's still locked out on mine. It's even locked out on my phone. So.
Oh, shout out again! Thank you to all the listeners, all the subscribers. We would not be here without you guys. Like, this is. I remember the first night or first time we ever did this. Not live stream, but I was recording a Raiders deep dive in a closet with blankets around to muffle sound.
I have the best photo of Josh.
P. Walker, linebacker. Georgia, number 7.
Wait, what?
Quay Walker?
Quay Walker.
Wait, what?
That's way too early for Quay Walker.
I saw him second or third.
Yeah, I had him as a third, the second or third. I thought he was good, but I didn't think he was first.
Him before N'Kobe?
Yeah,
I mean,
crazy.
we shouted on the pick of Stokes last year, and it turned out pretty well. So I'll trust him until it looks bad. But that does feel early.
Did he have a good combine or good pro day?
I mean, not that would make you take him above N'Kobe Dean. He's not better than N'Kobe Dean, so that's a very weird.
70.6 PFF coverage grade in 21, 4th among SEC linebackers.
Propaganda football.
Yeah, that's it. I wonder where they go with 28 now.
Yeah, that's
receiver.
Weird. I can't believe.
What does Aaron Rodgers do when they don't?
He's the first linebacker. Did they
Trade
forget?
Vikings are in.
Did they forget Lloyd was in the?
How far behind am I? I see Buffalo's on the clock right now.
Buffalo on the clock?
Buffalo must have traded.
Buffalo are
Yeah.
on the clock.
Yeah, Buffalo on the clock.
Buffalo.
I cannot believe he went above Nico Dean.
Did
That
feel
doesn't make any
early.
sense to me.
How many people we got in the chat right now? Probably not many.
We are now 3 hours in, or 2.5 hours in.
We got 10 watching. Hey, people, the 10 watching, sound out in the comments. We'd love to hear from you guys.
What they do?
Yeah, tell us who you want to see picked.
Phil Clogger, I'm glad Detroit signed Ted Nugent for a few seasons.
Who do you want to see draft breakdowns on? We've still got 4 to come.
Yeah. I got nobody picked out for my post draft. Like, would love to hear some suggestions. That's not going to be Matt Ariza, punt god.
I'm so shocked no one has suggested that yet. I don't think we've even had that in a comment yet.
He's a top because people don't know about him. Well, now he does, but
yeah, he's become a big thing after the combine. I saw booming the ball in the combine.
Coach K, Coach Caston, coached against him in a high school game, playoff game.
Oh yeah.
Not only was he a receiver and like decent athlete, but they're like, oh, he's kicking. We just have to game plan around that. Because he would flip the field in height. Like, he was kicking 80 yards in college. This guy was booming it in high school.
Right.
It was...
Dude, that's nuts. So what high school did he play for?
San Marcos, which is the area that Chris Olave went to. Interesting area. But yeah. Was he San Marcos High School? Yeah, I believe so. It was San Marcos High School. But he was like a 2-star athlete, like 1-star athlete, like whatever. And apparently San Diego State saw him kicking. They're like, yes.
Nice.
Shout out San Diego State.
Get it how you can.
Yeah. There's another guy, Cameron Thomas, who I do want to cover eventually. Him and his brother play on the team. They're both from San Diego. I've seen Cameron Thomas as like a day 2, like a late 2nd, early 3rd round edge guy.
Yeah, he looks good from the clips I've seen of Cameron Thomas.
But there's 30 edge guys.
Yeah, there's too many on this. So many in this draft. We haven't even seen Jermaine Johnson. We haven't seen Jobo yet. I'm still missing another big name as well. We haven't seen Kalafdis yet.
Kalafdis.
The
Greek freak.
I haven't heard his name. I'm quite shocked I haven't heard his name.
I am too. Leal's not an edge guy. He's more of a...
see why he's fallen. I really like what he does, what he can do, but there was definitely some red flags to Carl after this game.
I liked him more than Drake Jackson.
But Drake Jackson gone yet?
No,
well, Drake Jackson should not go yet.
I reckon he's going to be 32. There's so much talk about him in the... I've seen lots of things about him in the first. It'd be great for us.
Yeah, I just pray that they put him in the right system because I want to see him succeed as a 4-3, not a 3-4 or 3-3-5.
Whatever. I don't know if that USC defense was bullshit. It weren't stopping him.
Todd Orlando, man.
What was the point of the 3-3-5? It didn't solve anything.
No.
It didn't make them better against the run.
I saw snaps of him playing middle linebacker.
What the fuck? Just play a real defense.
So much wasted talent.
Yeah.
So much wasted. It's like Texas.
Yeah.
Honestly, USC and Texas are like reflections of each other nowadays.
They really are.
They can still somehow convince the 5 stars and the 4 stars to go over there, but they'll underutilize every single one of them.
I can see many reasons why 5 stars would go to USC. To
well, yeah, especially now.
Come on, I'm not. I'm not stupid.
UT, on the other hand, I know.
University of Spoiled Children.
Yeah.
Shout out all of my Southern Californians. I saw murmurs of the Bills taking running back. I don't think a running back would be first round, especially this year.
No, I don't have any of the running backs.
I think they might take Carl Aftis here.
But the other 2 we've covered. I mean, Kenny
Spiller and Walker
can't pass pro and he can't catch, so he can't be a first round running back in 2021. That's just doesn't matter how good a runner you are. And then Spiller, I mean, I compared him to Stephen Ridley, so I don't know if that's a compliment.
If you take Stephen Ridley in the first round, more power to you.
Yeah, but I mean that's a good running back. I don't think he was good for 4 or 5
Yeah,
years.
no shame in that, honestly.
No, there's no shame in
There's
being
no
good.
shame in being Stephen Ridley at
No.
all. There's no
Yeah.
shame.
It means you're excellent juking and moving through the line, but you just can't
Yes.
can't
exactly.
take it home.
And will be in the NFL for a long time.
Yeah, he was in the league
That
for
other
7 8
part,
years.
like- Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
Elam, the Florida corner.
We've had so many people ask for Kyrie. Elam.
Yeah.
And it's someone
I mean,
else.
after that AFC Championship, the Bills need secondary.
They do.
He might be worth a cover then post draft.
Oh, stat correction, not San Marcos, Rancho Bernardo for Matt Ariza, the kicker. Coach Casson had to correct me.
Wait, he went to Rancho Bernardo?
Rancho Bernardo, yes.
Yo. That's
Here you know. You
I was
know.
about to say that's over where I used to live.
Kyrie Elam. I think Florida's
I
on
would
the
have went
map.
there if I would have stayed. You
Oh,
know that, Tyler?
really?
I would have went to Rancho Bernardo if I would have stayed in San Diego. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
hmm
I got no notes on
He's
Elam.
one I've failed to see. I don't think we have much Florida footage yet, so I would have to double check if we've got any. Check the vault.
Gary Jones
Also-
literally looks like a Bond villain, man.
Who?
That whole setup just looks like
I've just
this
seen
looks like a league of evil fucking.
That is terrifying. It looks like if you press the button, like the two people just fall through the floor next to him.
Straight to some shark-infested waters. That Dr. Evil.
I don't know if you've got the Jerry Jones in his conference room on NFL Network, but it looks ridiculous.
Who would the Cowboys take?
Lindenbaum? They need a center.
Yeah.
I think that's a
Yeah.
really
Jerry loves his linemen.
I was just gonna say they're not foreign to that concept of
No.
getting a center this high. So
I think the center could be high. Jermaine Johnson here's a good get. They could need an edge receiver. I think it's still
No, they're good. Oh, they lost Cooper, but they have Gallup.
maybe.
They have
Maybe.
Gallup and CD, but
CD.
they need 3 in that offense.
They do.
Who is the third?
Currently, I'm not sure.
Who would be the Tavon Austin? He's not there anymore, is he?
I don't think he's there
Do you
anymore.
think he's in the league, Tyler?
He signed for the Packers. He returned kicks to the
He
Packers
did
last year.
last year.
There you go.
Yeah, but didn't he also only play 2 games and get cut?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I think he fumbled the kick return. Yeah,
Noah
the
Brown.
Packers special teams unit is
James
cursed. I'm
Washington
hoping Bissett.
and Noah Brown are the 3 on
James
4.
Washington's there.
Yep.
I like James Washington coming out of Oklahoma State. He was on the
And
Ravens.
Simi Fahoku, the guy from Stanford.
Oh,
He's
PTSD.
enormous.
that game where Oregon chokes a 31-10 lead. Simi Fiohoku and
Yeah, he had a lot
JJ
to do with that.
Arcega-Whiteside just killed Oregon's DBs.
Well, you know
It
what?
was-
Stanford's always good for those 6'6" receivers that they just throw the ball up to every
Yep.
time. They're always good for that. It's so annoying. It's the worst.
There's 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and Stanford 6'6" receivers.
Yes, sir.
Going back to Andrew Luck days.
no,
what's his
seriously.
name?
Yeah.
Toilolo.
Levine Toilolo,
Yeah.
who was a Falcon the majority of his career.
Yeah, he wasn't bad as a third tight end on the Falcons.
He was not bad as a third tight end. Yeah.
Have you guys seen Jelani Woods from Virginia?
The tight end that I saw someone call him the LeBron James if he played football.
Oh man, 6'7", 260, and he ran a 4.6 40.
You sent the
Oh, that's a
yeah.
power
Alright.
forward. What?
He's enormous. He was the 10. He was the one of 1,000 on the RAS Athletics.
Yeah.
scoring. He was the
You sent
one
that this
guy that we
morning.
tested in the
Incredible.
combine. Yeah,
Incredible.
he's gonna be
if
a
you're
third
a
or fourth.
GM, where would you take a guy like that?
Third or fourth. If they produced one in the first, but like if they're just athletes, third and fourth. At that point,
Yeah.
it's just crapshoot.
So Jerry's going to take him first. Jerry's going to take him right now.
I mean, that's what the Raiders did for years as well. So
Yo, that's a nuts helmet.
you can't just.
Oh, that is the League of Evil. I just saw the
the Jerry Jones like round desk. He really is just going to drop someone through the floor.
I will sell the Cowboys for $1 million billion?
Go on, Cowboys. How many picks we got? 8 to go. I don't get how many people could.
Nakobe Dean?
Oh,
no, that's the pick is in. Nakobe Dean with Micah Parsons would be
that's what I was just thinking. That would actually be a great pick for them.
chef kiss.
Come on, rap sheet. I reckon this is Lindenbaum.
I hate this font. The pick is in. I don't know what the draft was doing. Who got Jerry?
These back end picks are really, really dragging, aren't they?
Wait,
Yeah,
Tier,
They're
do
very
There's
slow.
no reason for them to take this on.
No, they're-
Tier, do your Jerry Jones voice.
Well, I don't know who you want to pick today. We could take that fast boy out there, but I think we got something special. What y'all think?
I want you to announce when the pick is in as Jerry.
Bet there. Let's see.
It's the best impersonation. Spot
How
on.
did you not break that from that voice? It is
Woo!
O-tackle.
O-line, baby.
Tyler Smith.
The
Interesting. You know, that's really not who I expected.
No.
At all.
I
Not
would've
even
thought-
remotely.
Lindenbaum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have.
It's not a name I've really heard. Tyler Smith
No,
out of
that's not a name
Tulsa.
that's come up. Tulsa, yeah, that's not anyone we have tape on.
You know why? Tulsa's Oklahoma. Jerry went up there himself.
Yeah, that's not someone we have.
No,
any-
that wouldn't even surprise me if he actually did that.
That shocks me that he went over Lindenbaum when they need a center.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Is
that's not good
he
signs for
a guard or a tackle?
tackle?
Would he play opposite of
I guess so. But that seems like an odd pick unless they had him graded above everyone.
who's on that line now? It's still
I have the
Smith,
roster, so
Martin.
I'll tell you.
I forget who the center is now.
The center's retired.
Frederick.
Yeah,
Was the former-
Frederick
It's
retired.
Fredericks, isn't it? Yeah.
But who's the new one?
Currently, it's Tyler Diaz, I believe.
Okay.
Their line is currently Tylen Smith, Connor McGovern, Tyler Diaz, Zach Martin, Terrence Steele.
Because Will Collins left this offseason, correct?
Yep.
Or was that last offseason?
One of the two, and they lost. Yeah, they've lost several guys because Frederick was just can't play anymore.
Well, he also had that health.
That's why it was.
Thing-
Yeah, it was lung problems, I believe. I've double checked.
That's
that.
sad.
Yeah, it was awful. It was very odd for a lineman to get it.
And he was deep in his career.
Yeah, it was about 5-6 years in before he would go. I mean, All Pro would have been probably Hall of Fame if he continued to play.
That 2014, 15, 16, that was the best line of football.
Yeah.
And that was a huge part of Dak's early success. And also Zeke.
And Zeke's.
Yeah, mostly Zeke.
He had Guillain-Barré syndrome, which affects your nerve endings. Means you can
Ooh.
losing.
Oh, it's
extremity.
awful.
Yeah, it's really awful. It's really like not very common if I remember rightly as well, and really odd for a lineman to just suddenly like come out of nowhere.
Maybe he had some kind of like genetic
Must have
predisposition.
been.
Yeah.
So they go tackle. Who do the Ravens go here?
I would think receiver. They have no
So
receiver.
they have to get a receiver, right? Because who is
Lamar's going to throw to himself.
This is nuts. Like, I'm actually really caught off guard by the fact that they got rid of Hollywood, and
That is a really odd one, isn't it?
a lot of the elite dudes are gone at this point. Who's left? Who's like the elite receiver that's left right now?
Pickens is the one left.
Pickens.
Everyone thinks he's really good.
Mechie is the other one. Who's up there as well.
Mechie's still here. Mechie would actually be a good pick for them, I think.
Yeah.
He also blocks well, so they can just run read option if they want.
If they put Mechie as well, because he could play slot then off next to Bateman, they might get Bateman to actually play some snaps.
I forgot Bateman was there.
Yeah, well, if you could play, if you could line up on the field, that would be nice. I'm sure Ravens fans would think the same as well.
Is this
Raven fans, shout out in the comments.
Is this the pick they got for Hollywood?
No, that was the earlier one.
The early one.
No, this must have been. I don't see them with a. Yeah.
I think this was the original pick.
No, I think it is this one.
It's the original.
Ignore me.
This was a pick they had before, but it's from Buffalo.
They traded back 2 spots because they were at 23, weren't they?
Mm.
I think that makes sense.
So there was a little story circulating on Twitter right now that they're saying that Jameson Williams wasn't happy to be drafted by Detroit. But I'm looking at a video right now of him with a mob of Lions fans. He seems pretty happy to me. So.
I wouldn't be happy if I was drafted to Detroit, to be fair. I think it's where I'd be wanting to choose to live. But I mean, these guys don't even really live there, do they? So I don't have to spend any time there.
But would you be happy going from a Heisman winner to Jared Goff?
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the real issue there.
Well, they'll have their other Heisman winner next year, so
yeah,
he might very well.
That's why I think it might be like
might end up playing with Bryce again.
Yeah, could see that very much so.
We got Lindenbaum highlights going on the side. The linebacker for Wisconsin, Leo Chanel, I've heard a lot of people talk about him. Yeah. I didn't watch any of his tape. I just know people have been saying that he's like your prototypical Wisconsin linebacker.
I'm shocked.
Hits hard.
Neither of the other linebackers are off the board yet. That really shocks me.
I'm very shocked that Lloyd's not gone yet.
Yeah.
And Dean.
Me too. I'm very, very shocked. One of them could go here. To the Ravens.
Are the Ravens just going to revert back to Trent Dilfer days where they're just going to rely on their defense to win them a Super Bowl?
And if they go get Devin Lloyd with Kyle Hamilton, that's some range across your field. That is some range.
Yeah. Well, they need to beef up against the Bengals. Like, you need guys to cover against that offense. The Steelers aren't going to do anything. Browns, who knows? Depending on who's quarterbacking.
Yeah, the Browns is a weird one, isn't it? I don't even know if they're going to be good next year. Just because I just don't know what the circumstances are. Whether that means he plays
the NFL. He'll play. It's the NFL.
You reckon he plays next year? Yeah.
Goodell's got too much money to lose.
I could see it. I don't think it's entirely impossible. I just feel like he's going to end up on the commissioner's suspension list somehow for a certain amount of games. I just think the public outcry would be too high if he doesn't. Not that banning a guy for a year and then letting him play again counts, but apparently,
Goodell.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can't tell with Goodell.
God forbid somebody deflates a football, but accused of 30+ sexual assaults and harassments.
Then you're allowed to play. What we need for the channel is we need Wendell or someone like that to go right at the end. Like last year.
Wendell's not going to go in the first round.
Drake Jackson. That's who I reckon.
Oh, God.
I could absolutely see him as...
Although, if the Vikings have the 32nd, he would actually be good in the Vikings defense.
He would. I think he'd be really good back. I think he could be really good, Trey Jackson. I think
Just
he could be really,
put some
really
weight on, get in the right system.
His bend is so good. That first play in the video is just, it's such a good play that if you could see that every down.
But there's a couple of plays I left out of that.
Looks like the Ravens got Linderbaum.
Okay.
Well, Lamar really is throwing to himself.
Yep.
Good luck, Lamar.
Good luck to him, because yeah.
Hey, the Dolphins won 10 games running Wildcat. Why can't the Ravens?
They've already tried that, Tyler.
Yeah.
It, but, you know, it only works for a certain amount of time.
Godspeed, Lamar. Good luck. Is Greg Rowan still the OC?
I hope not.
If
I
so,
think he moved on, didn't he?
well, Dobbins is going to be healthy. He's coming back.
Nope, he's still there.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought he had moved.
No, because he was drafted 2019, played a little bit.
Yeah,
Towards
Dobbins
one of the
is still
5 guys that tore his ACL in the first week with the
there.
Ravens.
Man, they get so many players back. I didn't even think of how many running backs they get back.
I didn't even think about that either.
They're going to run full house pistol, 2 to the side of Lamar, 1 behind. Lamar's going to go 1.
Yeah, honestly,
There he is.
bump the receivers. We're going all running back formation. Let's get it.
Didn't they have a formation where they had 3 Heisman winners in the backfield in the same play?
Yep, I
forgot
love that.
about yeah.
I love that. What would that go 23 personnel, 32 personnel? Like
Mhm.
Stanford? I mean, hey, what else are you going to do? Go to Willie Snead?
Yeah,
We're playing against a
I'm
team Sunday
really
who run 30 personnel. And I'm excited to see
Oh, do you have that install, Josh?
the install.
Yeah, you have 30 personnel in your offense?
No, we're playing against a team who have 30. So,
Oh.
That's horrible.
Interesting.
yeah, it's horrible.
That sounds awful to defend against.
But you're not the DC, so you don't.
Oh, it's not
Yeah.
my problem. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I don't care.
He said it's not my problem. That's funny.
How's the offense looking, Josh?
The Jets are on the clock.
It's a trade up.
Oh.
Is that their 3rd pick in the first round?
This will be their 3rd pick.
That's incredible.
They took Garrett Wilson. They took Sauce Gardner.
Go lineman? Go linebacker? Ooh, linebacker.
Could be
Linebacker.
linebacker. Could be linebacker.
I don't know if you guys saw, they showed a highlight of Lindenbaum pinning Tristan Wirfs in Iowa high school wrestling.
Yeah, man, he looks like he wrestles as well.
If you can pin Tristan Wirfs,
Yeah.
you're
a
the
good
man.
player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a little light. The only problem I found with Lindenbaum on film was getting ball rushed. He played at 290. He probably
Ooh,
played
for
in college.
center.
He probably played college a lot lower. I think he might have played at 275, 280
Well,
in college.
He was recruited as a D lineman
Yeah,
in
he
college.
played tackle, didn't he? That's what I saw.
Yeah.
He was.
And
a
then
tackle.
switched to center. So he's still learning that position.
Yeah.
He's still
He's so quick as well. His ability to cover 2 gaps over. You just don't see many centers that can get 2 gaps over. There's a play in this cut up that I made where he takes a tackle he takes like the free tech from center and he gets properly across his man and gets to his outside shoulder and then pins him inside.
is it this play? No.
No, that's a good play though. That one.
Against the nose,
off-back-
yeah.
The off-back option play as well.
Oh, against Michigan.
Yeah.
That was a good play.
Good pass pro in it as well.
Yeah. Also, watching Iowa passing is
Yeah, Dave.
that set the game back 50 plus years. Newt Rockne would not even try to have him as your quarterback. All right, Jets.
Jermaine Johnson is to the Jets.
Okay. So Jermaine Johnson video coming on soon.
Yeah, probably. There he
The
is.
Jets have no fans. We don't want to ride Jets video.
I'll say that about my
They're
New
looking
York
at the
Jets.
Sauce Gardner video, aren't they?
You're an honorary Jets fan that you're living in New York.
God no.
Giantson.
God no. I don't hate myself that much.
One of my best friends is a Jets fan, Josh, but his family's from like Syracuse, New York.
That's It's Die Hard.
Yeah, the only problem I found with Jermaine Johnson on tape is he has no other moves after he tries his initial one. He can both speed and power and has a little bit of hand-fighting game, but he very much gets just caught. But great speed. Really, really good speed. I saw a lot of people compare him to Max Crosby, which I like because he's very, very wide. And could bend and holds the edge really well. He occasionally got outstrengthed, but I thought Foley's edge play on the 2 or 3 games I watched were pretty good.
That play against Miami was pretty good.
Yeah, he was awesome in the Miami game. 3 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. I think he had 4 more tackles.
If you're a fan of Last Chance U, he was featured on season 3. Yeah,
Oh, really?
with the crazy ass coach. What's his name?
The Jags are on the clock.
The one I call everybody slapdicks, who got fired for.
I'd forgotten about him.
Yeah, the guy was crazy. He still is crazy. He's got a cult following on the internet. Yeah, he was like the premier player on that team. Yeah, of course he does. In America this day and age.
Yeah.
But he was a premier player taken to Georgia, and then last year transferred to Florida State.
Yeah, he was the
Well,
guy
that's a-
transferred that.
He's good.
Yeah, he is good. I think he's going to be a video. I think he's got a real chance of being a video for us.
Oh, he just what he did to the tackle spun him out. He's got good hand fighting.
Yeah, he has. Well, he has got good hands when when he shows it, but he's just getting caught. He just gets caught one too many times. Jags back on the clock.
He's quick.
Jags back on the clock.
He's quick off the.
They really
off
need
the
a
edge.
receiver to me. The Jags.
Oh, Jags need a lot.
Spent loads of money on a full new route.
But
Who-
none of the ones are they?
Doug Peterson's the head coach now, right?
He is, yeah.
Who would Doug Peterson take? I would think.
I like Garrett Wilson if we're talking Doug Peterson. I think he takes a little inside route runner.
I think they might go defense.
They go defense.
Yeah, I think they do.
I can't believe both Dean and Lloyd are on them.
I was just thinking that. I was
I
not
thought Lloyd was
expecting
being-
either of those to make day 2, and it looks like they might both make day 2.
Oh, I thought Dean would be like a late first round. I thought Lloyd would have been gone in the first 15, first 16.
Me too. I really thought Lloyd was like a top 20 in the draft, truthfully.
Just because a linebacker that can cover that well.
Just so valuable, isn't it? So valuable.
Let me get some water. I'll be right back.
Okay. I reckon
There is a
we'll see-
chance the Packers go linebacker here again as well.
That would be a
big
good
move for
idea.
us.
That'd be a good idea.
With what's available on the board right now, there's definitely a chance they go linebacker again here.
When are the Packers up?
Next pick.
Next pick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go. It's only 4 a.m.
How many guys do we have still to be drafted? So
Quite a
Wendell,
few,
Carl
I
Aftis,
believe.
Drake Jackson, Isaiah Spiller, DeMarvin Leal, Kenneth Walker, Andrew Booth. I'm surprised he's made it this far.
Yeah, Andrew Booth hasn't been picked. I didn't even think of Andrew Booth.
Mm.
I reckon he could go in the next few. Definitely see him. Yeah, we may have 4, 5 or 6 guys go to
Mechie,
day 2.
Kobe, Devin. We're about 10 million.
Who was that?
Sorry, that was a Twitter thing that just happened.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 10 guys still to go.
Yeah, just can't take up. We've got 10 guys still
We
to go.
have 10 guys.
That's
That
kind
is-
of crazy.
That's shocking to me. That's genuinely shocking to me.
I did not think we'd have 10 left after today. I mean, we've covered a lot of guys, but I did not think we'd have 10. I thought Andrew Booth would have gone maybe 10 picks ago.
Yep. I would have both the linebackers, Booth going. Who else would have gone? Yeah, I think that's about what I expected. So
People will be surprised that Kyle Aftis has fallen that far.
yeah,
I think.
there's 4. So and Kalaftis as well. Very odd.
The last hour eclipsed the hour before by 200 views, 4,750.
Hey, it did reach it. I couldn't quite see because the analytics fell. I don't know whether it's analytics going mad or YouTube, but it does not want to.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's YouTube. I can see some of the analytics on my phone. It'd be very Jags to trade back in and go running back here.
Didn't they take ETN last year?
They didn't. He was hurt all year. They're going to go for someone else.
He didn't even play.
He's their third down only back there.
I forgot.
You know, all of them third downs you get in
That
game.
was like the most Urban Meyer pick ever as well, by the way. I don't know why that just seems like immediately who he would take. I feel like that was entirely his pick.
It very much felt like that. Very much. It felt like that at the time. It still feels like it now.
I reckon we see, before these 5 picks are over, I think we see Willis and I think we see Reader in the next 5
Who's
picks.
still left to
Who do
go?
you think's getting Willis?
I think someone trades back in. I don't know who. I could see the Steelers trade back in at the end of the first.
Currently left
Maybe
after this
Atlanta.
Jags pick
They
is
could move up.
Green Bay, Pats, Chiefs, Bengals, Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, and the Falcons pick at like 38, right? 39-ish in the second round. So I could see them absolutely moving back up. I could see Detroit moving back up. Vikings at 32. All of them I like for quarterbacks. I think there's going to be 2 more in this.
Did I miss
draft.
anything crazy?
Nope. The Jags pick is in, but not announced.
Yet to be announced.
Thierry, who do you got the Jags taking?
Honestly, I really don't know.
Yeah, so
And also, you really don't care, just like me.
Well, that's the thing. And it's also like the Jags are such a wild card franchise. I feel like even if you have a logical prediction, right, they're gonna go far left field with some
I
crazy
mean,
shit.
we saw that with Trayvon Walker. Like, that is completely not what any of us were expecting.
Yeah.
So
They draft coach out of Ohio State, Urban Meyer.
You know, Lloyd would be a good pick, honestly, for them.
yeah,
Him and Josh Allen?
That, but I feel like he would be really good. Yeah, I reckon opposite Allen with Trayvon Walker, I think is a nice set.
Although, Steph, you were saying Josh Allen was not as good as his
He was
stats
good at the
showed.
end of last year. Really, really good at the end of last year. His stat early was a bit wobbly. And the other one I was talking about there, I think, is Miles Jack was the one.
Yeah, that was it, Miles Jack. Thank you.
Miles Jack was the one whose stats. Well, I mean, his PFF grade of a 36 in coverage, pretty much showed that he wasn't very good. But yeah, he was on reputation a lot the last couple of years. Miles Jack, he's just not the same speed. This is why I find that Jameson Williams one really weird, because ACLs aren't guaranteed. They aren't guaranteed to be fixed nowadays. I know they've got better. I understand that modern science has come a long way, but you don't know. You don't know if he will ever be the same athlete again. Miles Jack was never the same athlete. I know he ended up with bone on bone in his knee, but there's nothing saying Jameson won't end up with that. That's just knee injuries.
But who do you trust have better doctors? The Jacksonville Jaguars or Alabama?
Alabama, yeah.
Yeah.
Devin Lloyd.
Alabama over like half the NFL.
Devin Lloyd.
There he is.
Good call, Thierry. Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one off the list. We still have
Another San Diego guy.
9 guys to go, Tyler.
9 guys.
9 guys still to be drafted that we covered.
I feel like a lot of the guys in the last week are day 2,
Yeah.
day 3.
I think
Or not day 3. No people we covered up day 3.
No, day 2, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, Devin Lloyd, San Diego guy, Otay Ranch.
Okay.
Yeah, which is where Chris Olave lived near. Guess what? They did not go to the same high school.
They did not go to the same high school.
And actually, Devin Lloyd's very interesting because he was like under recruited, didn't start his first year or two at Utah, bulked up, learned under the system. Their defensive coordinator has a very interesting philosophy, but learned the system and became amazing, as we've seen.
Yeah, he was.
Steph, I know you're very
shocked
high.
that he fell to 27. Really shocked.
Me too.
Darius Leonard's his pro comp? No, he's not. He's a
I don't
much
mind
better
that.
passer.
I don't mind that as a pro comp. I've seen him fly around the field a lot. They're both very light and swell. That's what I think people comp them against. You had him as. Who did you have his pro comp as?
Pull it up. ESPN just showed the play versus Anthony Brown. I'm just like, yep, that's.
Yeah, they specifically mentioned his performance against Oregon. I heard that.
Why Devin Lloyd? He's looking good too. Sunglasses on. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, picking up Roger Goodell.
Did I have? Oh, Fred Warner, another San Diego guy.
Yeah, I could see Fred Warner. I don't think them two are too dissimilar. I think the systems make Warner and Darius Leonard look different than they actually are as a player.
I think I did Fred Warner just because he's so good in pass coverage. Like he can take on a tight end. He could take like who are the tight ends in the AFC South?
He's Fred Warner listed on the
NFL
right now. AFC South. No, not Houston.
Because there were a couple times on film where like he could take on receivers coming inside. He could take on the running back out of the backfield. He could take on the tight end.
I think you see a lot of running back coverage in that division.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring up the Lloyd.
Young Dulo, Nakobe Dean to the Jags would be dope. I think Devin Lloyd to the Jags is better. Jason Finch, the Houston Texans need to pick.
I've just seen him pick up.
He lined up all over the field. Middle linebacker left, inside linebacker left, outside linebacker.
He really did. Played everywhere.
It's a shame though he's going to Jacksonville.
Hey, that's not bad. Two people to build their defense around with Trayvon Walker. Get Devin Lloyd. They got Josh Allen.
I was just tweeting that Jags fans are going to be hard pressed to be annoyed after today. I think Trayvon Walker and Devin Lloyd in the same round as a good. Yeah.
The quarterbacks he'll go against Tannehill and Davis Mills and Matt Ryan. If I could make a bet now, I would say Devin Lloyd has a pick six.
I could see that. You should go try and find that bet.
That's a fair prediction.
I think the odds would be like
Money
plus.
on it now.
Oh, we got another special shout out from the Caston family, Johnson family. Shout out, baby Mac, my cousin, second cousin. I don't know how family lineage works. It's a year old. Biggest football fan you'll find. All right, Josh. Packers are on. Who do you got?
I was just saying when you left to get some water, I wouldn't be surprised if they look at another linebacker here. Even though they've taken one already, I wouldn't be surprised if they look at that. I think they might be quite tempted by Andrew Booth as well, because I didn't think they would have thought he'd be available at this point.
That's a shocking one. I think he really fits the Green Bay system as well.
I don't think they go receiver, to be honest. But
yeah, I don't think they will.
Just in spite of Rodgers signing the contract?
I mean, I don't think I predicted an early Packers pick correct in the past, like 3 drafts. They seem to just keep taking these guys early, and these proper random guys really early. So,
hey, but Stokes turned out.
That's what I mean. Like Stokes turned out. So we've had really good. Gurkins has had a really good track record, especially for second round draft picks. So you got to trust that they do have an eye for talent, because they've seemed to have drafted pretty well early the last couple of years. Rashawn Gary's turned into a decent player as well.
Right, he's a really good player, Rashawn Gary.
I think Jair was second round, so like they've managed to find talent in the early rounds. So you just kind of got to trust them, even if they pick a guy that you're not expecting at this point.
I think Andrew Booth would be a stuff you mentioned. That's a good.
I think he's a really good fit. And maybe they don't.
Him opposite of Jair.
Yeah. Maybe they don't need
him. Stokes moving to the slot, or Stokes, even Stokes. And having Andrew
Stokes
Booth
was good in the slot.
Stokes was good in the slot, and his ridiculous athleticism lets him get away with not being technically as sound. And the Packers DBs coaches have shown they can develop corners over the years because a lot of the corners have turned pretty decent. I mean, outside of kind of Kevin King, who was a little bit of a...
Hey, Kevin King is okay. I mean, he's just rubbish in big games, so everyone thinks he's crap.
Yeah.
But
he did lose the NFC Championship 2 years ago.
Sure, but
he did, but also the play call did as well because he had him playing like press man in a situation where he should be an off cover 3, and he lost his job very quickly after that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be playing press man with the game on the line.
Well, it was the end of the half. They're obviously only throwing deep. There's 5 seconds left, and they're lining up four receivers.
And weren't they throwing to who was not terrible? He's on the Patriots now. The Eastern Washington receiver.
It was
They weren't throwing the Debo.
It weren't. Who was it?
Oh, was it? Oh, was it Bourne? Was it Kendrick Bourne?
Yeah, Kendrick Bourne. They're throwing at Kendrick Bourne. Like that guy's not. He's not catching the slant.
No, he's not taking that. Who's on the ball? Pick is in. 2 picks in. Right. Back to back. Let's go.
I think Packers. Now you said Andrew Booth. I like Andrew Booth. His tape. He's so athletic.
He's so
athletic. That interception
catch point
was ridiculous.
Yeah, let's bring that up.
But I just can't help but think like there's no way the Packers screw Rodgers like that again, right? Like
I mean, I just don't see who's a receiver.
I don't think they like the guys who are on the board right now. I think the guys that are on the board now are guys that are possibly going to be there when they pick next time.
Would you be happy with Mechie, Josh?
I wouldn't be angry with Mechie because I like Mechie as a prospect, but I also wouldn't hate taking defense here.
Well, who do the Packers have? Amari Rodgers, who was drafted last year.
We have Amari Rodgers, Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard, Sammy Watkins for some speed, but Sammy Watkins is going to give us one big game, and that's it.
Yep.
Week 1.
The Sammy Watkins way.
The Sammy Watkins way.
Yeah, he'll be awesome for that.
Bro, is it just me, or has Whitworth already lost a lot of weight?
He's got really
crazy,
skinny, hasn't he?
Yeah, like
NFL linemen do that though. Like Jeff Saturday.
It's crazy how much.
Yo, Devontae Wyatt.
Oh, the linebacker from
the
interior from Georgia. Yeah, not linebacker.
I saw a lot of people had a first round grade in him. I had a second. But...
Josh, body language. That.
No. I don't hate it. We needed an offensive tackle with Billy Turner walking. We got rid of Billy Turner. We got rid of Lucas Patrick.
He's not offensive tackle. Yeah,
he's a D tackle. Yeah,
D tackle was decent as well because we needed.
He lined up opposite of Davis.
We had Dean Lowry. Dean Lowry was taking the snaps interior with Kenny Clark, and we basically needed someone to stop Kenny Clark getting double teamed every single snap. So I don't mind bringing in a D tackle because it definitely was a position of need. But
I have a scouting report. Where was mine? Disruptive interior rusher, quickness to win on the edge of his man. Shoots map, really good motor. Average length, struggles against doubles. Average hand fighting is what I had on my notes for him. I think he's good. I see a lot of people with him as a first round grade. I had him as early second, so I mean we're at 28, so
yeah.
How do you do against?
Not too different. He was really good in this Michigan game as well. I mean, they really good in this game, Georgia.
It was like Michigan's offense wasn't good. It's almost like Michigan wasn't good.
Yeah.
I didn't like I didn't like what I saw of McNamara. Didn't think he looked that good.
No, he's not. He's not good. How many Georgia players is that now? So we've had Walker.
If you would have told me that Nakobe Dean would be like the last Georgia defender to be drafted, I don't think that I would believe you, honestly.
No.
I'm with you. It's got to be because he's undersized, right?
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, they must really not.
Four Georgia players so far.
Wow.
Four defensive players.
4 defensive players, yeah.
And then Pickens might get picked up. Was Pickens the guy that got called for like 5 personal fouls this last year as a receiver?
He didn't play much this last year, but he might have.
Okay, so maybe it's another Georgia receiver. I know Georgia had a receiver that got called for like 5 personal fouls. I'm like, that's impressive as a receiver.
That is.
Like if you're like a safety linebacker, like sure it happens. Receivers, you got to try for that one.
Hans pick came in immediately.
Yeah, it was already in. It was handed straight in. So I wonder who that is. That could be Mechie with Mac Jones. That wouldn't shock me.
That would be a good pick.
Would not shock me with Mac Jones there. What else do I have on my board? Still high up.
All right, I figured out the Ravens offense.
Yeah.
You got Lamar. You got the fullback from Harvard. Who's that fullback that had that big Thursday night game?
Oh,
what's his name?
Card.
Yeah. And then you got Dobbins. And then you got Bateman. And they're going to line up in wing T. You're going to have Bateman as your motion man on the wing. You're going to have fullback lined up under Lamar.
Oh, my God. Doing that in the NFL would be disgusting.
The wing T is coming back. Somehow, some way.
I mean, they're going to run something.
Hey, listen, it will. The linebackers are getting smaller, so someone's going to go heavy set power run. 23
really
personnel.
They really should. I mean,
it's going to happen.
Worked for San Francisco the last couple of years. I think they're doing it pretty effectively.
Oh, and Mark
Andrews,
Andrews,
against
of course.
the Packers in the playoffs. I think Jimmy G threw 2 passes that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Jimmy G's best game.
Yeah, but none of us here are particularly Jimmy G fans, I can tell you that. I'm certainly not, but that's just because I've watched his film.
It was good those first 2 games for the Patriots.
Yeah, but so are most people under Josh McDaniels for like a game. And we also won with Jacoby Brissett the week after he got hurt.
Jacoby...
He's okay. He's another one who lost all of his arm through injury.
Is he in Miami now? He's not on the Dolphins anymore.
Oh, I can't remember where he is now. I'm pretty sure he ended up.
I want to say because I remember I was talking about Jameis and Jacoby. Which one would you have start?
He is on the Cleveland Browns.
Oh God, never mind. Oh, he might start.
Yeah, he really is.
There's a non-zero chance he starts this year. All right, Steph, who do you got for the Patriots?
I think this is Mechie. I really do think this is Mechie. Especially the fact that they handed that pick in so early. It's either that, I'd like Booth. We need a corner.
The Chiefs pick is already in as well.
Really backing up. And then if we want size and speed, we've got Nakobe Dean, obviously at linebacker, and then Chad Moomer out of Wyoming, who I know's footage is a bit spotty, but he was another one that tested in the top. He was a top RAS tester.
I remember watching, I think it was the Idaho Potato Bowl. Wyoming was playing, and Chad Mumma just flashing. I'm like, oh, that guy's good.
Yeah.
And then
you immediately think he's good when you watch that film. Like he springs out immediately. 2.5
months later, it's like, oh, this guy's coming out for the draft. Wyoming's got a dime a dozen.
Cole Strange, guard, Tennessee, Chattanooga.
Of course. Someone
that's the most Patriots nonsense in the world.
Oh, for fuck's sake, of course.
Trading back to 29 and taking Cole Strange out of Tennessee, Chattanooga.
To be honest, we have a very, very good history of picking guards, so I will take.
And really bad history of picking receivers.
Pretty much.
Find me the draft board with this guy on it. Find me the draft board. Lenore Ryan, at least Tennessee Chattanooga's FCS.
You know that they had their pro day the same day that Georgia had theirs. Bill Belichick's out on the field in Tennessee, Chattanooga,
in his hoodie, cut off shorts. Every Patriots fan is like, okay.
We needed a guard.
Third team FCS AP All-American.
Wow.
Oh, no, I love him. He has the old school middle bar face mask.
And he's immediately a first round pick.
I love him. And he wears 69. This guy is...
Yeah, perfect.
He wears 69.
5-time academic all SoCon. Made the Dean's List 10 times. This guy's a genius. Why is he playing football?
Smart ass dude. That's probably why they wanted him.
Yeah, that's why they took him.
He's going to have a Rhodes Scholarship in like 2 years and just quit football.
Possible centre as well, I'm seeing. Transition, he can play centre and guard.
So just
One
build up
sack
a map.
allowed in 296 pass block snaps.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's pretty good.
That's not bad. It's
Only
one in
Patriots
7
scouting.
games, 8 games.
All right, who can find us Tennessee Chattanooga film?
Yeah, we're gonna have to go searching for that.
We'll have to text Deion Sanders. Like, do you have? I'm pretty sure they play in the Deion Sanders.
Oh, Karlaftis to the Chiefs.
Ooh.
There we go, Josh. There's your Jorge, the Greek
Mind
freak.
it. Don't mind it.
That's a good pick for
It's
them.
got
That is a good
absolutely crazy bent off the edge when he's on. I was talking to someone about him the other day and was saying how I can see why the scouts absolutely love him, but I can also see the red flags. But the scouts are thinking if they can get those good plays that are 25% of the time, if they can get that at 50, 75%, they're getting some serious talent added to that defense.
I worried about his pass rushing production, but I guess that's just through how real he is.
Yeah. And that, I mean, that's one of my concerns as well. And I think it's down to a few things that we highlighted in just locks onto the guy that he's fighting. Loves trying to just overpower the guy he's fighting. Won't look at the play because he wants to fight. Loves a ball rush.
Loves a ball rush.
Loves a ball
But
rush.
I think he loves the ball rush because he knows he's faster off the first step. So when he does get the ball rush timed right, and he really does, he doesn't even have to engage with the ball rush sometimes because his first step's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, and in this Illinois game, he was
Not Indiana.
It was a monster coming off the backside. all of these protections. They just tried to run away from him, and he just stopped it every time.
He just chased it down.
Yeah, there were 3 or 4 times they tried to run away, and he's just still stopped the play. Of course, the Patriots took an FCS player.
Who else? Yeah, they weren't the only.
Carl
They weren't
Duggar's
the only
turned out to be a
ones.
good player. He looks really good so far, Carl Duggar.
I hope so. If they took a
They
Division
took him
II guy in the first
second.
round.
They took him in the second last year, but
What wasn't that their first pick?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
that was their first pick that year. He's so athletic, though. My God, is that man athletic?
Yeah,
Pick is
ridiculous.
in for the Bengals, so we have 1 pick.
Bengals gotta go O-line, right?
You'd think. Although they
Another receiver.
linebacker wouldn't be bad here. Wouldn't mind some linebacker.
Who have they lost
Probably
this
do
year?
some
Did they not lose a corner this year? Not lose a
I
corner?
mean, technically, if you include Eli Apple, I think he lost them the Super Bowl.
Apple time.
Double check.
What were the memes on Twitter of Eli Apple, the burnt toast?
Which is unfair because he was really good for most of that year. I know Bengals fans are probably really pissed when you say that he was pretty good, but I thought he was legitimately like a third corner. I know that's only a third corner, but they matter so much in today's league. Your third corner, and the fact that they signed.
Because everyone's playing spread.
Yeah, and the fact that they signed 3 corners all off the street and they all played, I think 900 snaps. They got 20. I believe they got 3,000 snaps off secondary signings, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's meant.
You just do not see that. So Bengals.
Lamar had to clarify that his tweet wasn't about the center pick. You saw that?
Wait, what was his
did he
tweet?
He said, "What the fuck?"
No, Lamar.
Yeah, of course it wasn't about the center. Yeah, definitely not.
Weren't him and Hollywood Brown like best friends?
Yep.
They're not. They're
Yes.
really close.
Yes, I think that really might be what the WTF was about. But
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that's what
it
that
came
was.
after the trade, and
The first play of the video is one of my favourite plays of the whole draft season of Karlaftis.
Of this one. Let me pull.
Just
the
flying
game
off the edge
against
and
Northwestern.
destroying the counter against Northwestern. It's
Yeah,
such
it's
a good
so
play. He's so fast off the snap.
Such a good snap. Such a good snap. Because in for the Bengals, so I reckon 32 is a QB.
Someone trading
Willis?
back in. Or Vikings.
Minnesota does not go Will. I don't see that.
No, you couldn't see Minnesota going Willis.
I-
Reader?
No.
How?
Ooh, Desmond Ritter. I would like that one, Willis.
He says Ritter is really odd because his mechanics look great, but his accuracy is not, and that gives me major concern because that means you're not accurate. That's
Especially
what
at that
means. If your
level.
mechanics look good and you don't put the ball in the right spot, that really worries me.
I saw his pro comp as Marcus Mariota, which
his
no,
release isn't the same speed, and he's nowhere
also-
near athletic enough to be.
no.
Nowhere near
I think-
athletic enough to be Marcus.
The only intersection is they're 6'4" and can run.
Yeah, and even Ritter's not a run first or really run guy. He's sort of a you turn your back on him, he will take off. But I don't think he's really not at the next level anyway.
I've just seen a clip when Sauce got drafted. He went the complete wrong way to get to the stage. He literally started running the wrong way.
Who's
And
this?
someone's captioned it Sauce, and someone's captioned it Sauce Gardner got drafted by the Jets and immediately tried to escape.
I was thinking lost in the sauce, but that's way better.
You might not have seen it, Tyler. He had his sauce chain on. Then he had another chain of a sauce bottle
What's the joke?
full of
Is
extra sauce.
juice is temporary, sauce is forever. I'm all for it. That defense is going to be really good. Solid's defense is going to be that.
That'd be really good.
I will take him in fantasy. That's going to be a top 10 defense. How do you think?
That defense.
Speaking of the AFC
Hmm.
North, how is Miami's defense going to be now that
Flores is not there.
Flores is gone?
Yeah, not
Like-
as good.
But the personnel's still there.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
scheme
the
isn't
personnel's
good.
there.
The scheme's just going to change.
I
Yeah.
really don't think that's going to be anywhere near as good without the same scheme. They're going to have to
Yes.
change up a load of players. I just don't think lots of players. I don't think Javon Holland fits in a normal defense. So that's the thing. He has. To
He
be
was
the
the
defense that does that.
perfect
He really
fit in
was.
that defense.
He really was.
And we talked about that last year.
Yeah, how much of that was just such a perfect full landing spot? Perfect landing spot.
Who's
Is in
what's
for the Vikings as well? Daxton Hill, Michigan, to the Bengals.
I saw him and Klein, the other safety.
Yep.
Klein.
Fine. I'm not sure.
I saw a lot of a lot of chatter about him being the better safety than Hamilton.
No, never. Not close. Very good range, really good range, but he doesn't come downhill anywhere near the speed that Hamilton does. He's just not aggressive in the run.
Maybe he's a better single high safety.
He probably is. He probably is a better single high.
We got any tape on this guy, Daxton Hill?
Yeah.
Oh, we have loads of Michigan film.
Loads of Michigan.
We watch Hutchinson. Yeah, of course we got
Oh,
film.
of course, yeah. Yeah.
Where do you think is it David Ajabo?
Ajobu.
Ajobu?
I think he's going to be in the third or second or third now. Really, honestly,
Because he was a first round talent.
we talked about that early on the stream. He's got all the moves which you just don't see from tackles or edges who are young. Like he can hit them with spin. He's got speed. He's got power. He knocks the ball out. I mean, he had five force fumbles, I believe, off sacks.
Incredible.
Yeah, he's a. Really
I was watching that when I was watching the Michigan State Michigan game, watching Kenneth Walker's film. He flashed.
Yeah, he really does.
Just opposite side of Hutchinson. Man, my computer does not like this internet. My
One to
desktop, that
go.
is. All right. Who do we got? Winner gets a T-shirt.
Willis.
Sound off in the comments.
Willis. I just want Willis because I know Thierry will be really annoyed if he doesn't make it to like 40.
I'm going to be mad.
Because he might make it back to Atlanta now.
No, it's entirely possible. It is entirely possible.
Thierry, would you want Willis?
You know, the answer is yes, but because I know how good next year's QB class is, I would be hesitant, you know?
You don't want to burn your QB selection
Exactly.
on a potential backup.
Exactly.
Gotcha. You'd rather have a year of Marcus and then a rookie rather than a Marcus rookie QB battle.
I really want to see Marcus play for a year as well. I think that'd be great. Especially now he's got Drake London and Carl Pitts to throw the ball to.
Find me one Oregon receiver that was over 6'2".
Yeah.
Find me one. You can't.
We didn't have him.
I believe he was busy crashing his car into a McDonald's car parking lot, wasn't he?
Oh, God.
If you know, you know. He's still trained for the NFL. Fun fact.
Didn't he end up? He was on a roster at some point.
Nope, he never made a roster.
He
Never made a roster. Nope.
No, the Cowboys signed him.
No, that was Tyree Robinson, the
okay.
safety.
I would double check that.
He was not a good receiver at Oregon. He was not going to be a good at receiver because his whole thing was he was great with Vernon Adams because the play would break down. Vernon Adams would scramble out.
Good at
Everyone would come up, and Darren Carey would just go, "I'm gonna go deep." But damn it,
sure he made a back end of a roster.
Arena League
I will
maybe.
double check.
USFL maybe. He didn't make the USFL.
No, the problem with that is you have to not be a complete idiot to make them sort of teams. So I can't find him.
Did you realise Jim Tomsula's coaching in the European League of Football?
I did.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That guy's got the greatest career trajectory of anybody.
He's coaching the Rhine Fire.
Oh, that's not where Helfrich played. He played for the.
They're a good team as well, right? Fine.
It's the second time he's coached there. He coached there before he was coaching in the NFL.
Yeah, he was an NFL Europe coach, Tom Sula.
Yeah, he was NFL Europe at the Rhine Fire. Yeah. And now they've come back and joined this European League of Football.
They have a
coach.
potential 7th rounder this year. The Rhine Fire.
They're really
Marcel Debut from Germany.
Oh,
you guys were talking about him.
Absolute freak of an athlete, and had 10.5 sacks in the European League last year. Again, only probably a 6th or 7th, but he's probably going to get drafted. I mean, I just can't see someone that size not get drafted.
That's why I'm excited to see where Bam goes. I really want to see where Bam Olaseni goes.
You guys were telling, or you sent that, I don't know if it's like a sheet or something about like all the Pathway League players. One was at Utah, the lineman.
It's that Bamadelli. So he
okay, that's the same one.
Yeah.
He looks really good.
Where's he projected at?
I've heard from the guy we know who works in the Pathway program. He said he's heard guys have got a 3rd to 4th round grade on him.
I've seen him anywhere from 4th to 6th. So
yeah,
it's the guy who had also the wing size the size of a condor or whatever it was. Josh, what was the bird?
Yeah, he's got. I can't remember. It was some sort of giant bird of prey.
Yeah, he had
that's terrifying.
Oh no, it was like a Canada goose.
Yeah,
didn't he have the same wingspan as
of anybody in the combine ever tested, and he had like 37.5-inch arms. That's like silly.
His measurables are just a joke. He's like 6'7 3/4. Like
with that wingspan, give him the NBA.
And he was really he should be playing power forward. Vikings pick.
Lewis there he is. Lewis Sign, the safety George.
So how many guys have we got still to go? Got about 8 guys, right? I cannot believe Andrew Booth has not gone in this first round.
Let's have a double check.
I can believe that. I thought late 1st, early 2nd.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Nakobe Dean just blows my mind.
Bafflings me as well.
Oh God, our favorite boy Jackson. Why Devin Lloyd's the next Bobby Wagner?
Oh great, wonderful. That's what we
16 minutes. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna.
Yep, you're on a stream,
Nope.
Tyler.
Yep. Low 10 fans.
Although I think that might be about it. That's all.
Yeah,
the
that's
picks.
yeah.
all
I don't
32.
know how much we have to add on Lewis Sign. Comes downhill, hits hard. Oh, this is
Tampa
a guy.
Bay.
This is a guy, by the way. Lewis Sign. He is gonna get hurt himself at some point because he has 3 ejections for targeting. This man plays parallel to the floor. If there's anyone that plays, he plays horizontal like this at all times. He is a worry, but man, is he terrifying to play against. I would not want to get hit by him. But yeah, I saw 3 career ejections. So
That's a stat.
yeah,
That's
3
a
career
stat.
targeting calls. So
Analytics are down for me, so I can't.
nope, still down
Can't
for
see.
us. Well,
That's good news.
It's kind of working on my phone, but I don't think it's working properly.
We got 8 people in the stream. I'm like positive 6 of them are my
okay,
family.
Paul.
We
10
got
people.
well, the overall views for the whole stream is 1,372.
That is 1,000 more than I was thinking. So
Yeah,
That's pretty
thank
great.
you to all of our fans, all of our supporters.
Thank you for
We really
everyone.
appreciate it.
We will be
Um,
back next Friday with a Jameson Williams video, I believe.
Jameson Williams first at the pipeline.
I believe
Think
that'll be
so.
first.
Are we doing Stingley as well?
Probably.
He went 3. That was.
Yeah.
I did not think he was going to be the first corner. When I saw that, I was
cover Stingley if he's free.
very shocked. I just wish we had this practice tape. If we could see his reps versus Chase and Jefferson and Burrow,
Man, we must be able to get some of that
Incredible.
somehow. We must be able to
Like-
get some of that somehow.
he's most NFL ready just because he played the most NFL ready guys.
Yep. He'll be
Also,
interesting. Who else? in the
Freshman
first?
All American.
Who else in the first that we should probably cover? Is there anyone?
Jermaine Johnson.
Jermaine
I know a lot of
Johnson.
people were asking for him.
Who else have we got top of these? And then Kaya Elam from Florida. I know a lot of people asking. No Andrew Booth in the first. That's really odd.
Yeah.
That's really odd.
How many corners went? 3? 4?
I mean, if you
Sauce
include
went,
safeties, I think quite a few went.
3 safeties
Stingley,
went.
Sauce
Yeah.
went 1, 2,
McDuffie,
3.
and the Florida guy. 4 corners, 3 safeties.
Wow, there's 7 DBs going the first round. That's mad.
And how many receivers? 6 or 7?
There were 6 in the end, I believe.
And how many edge rushers?
Oh,
6 as well.
all the receivers went inside. There were 6 receivers, and I believe they all went inside the 18. Inside 18. 1, 2. Yeah, 6 receivers, all by 18. Pick 18. Wow. And then edge is 1, 2. 3, 4, 5 edge guys.
5 edge eyes.
So 18 of them were either edge, secondary, or receiver. And then if you put line in there as well, I think that's almost all of them again. Wow.
So the draft was really defense, line, receivers, and Kenny Pickett. I am so upset Kenny Pickett got picked.
I can't believe the Steelers took him as well. I mean, I guess you guessed that with the pick Pitt to Pittsburgh, but I don't know.
Go back and watch Kenny Pickett the last 4 years, excluding this year. Tell me where it is.
Yeah.
And then you watch this year, you're like, oh, he's better. No, he's 25 playing against.
Yeah, he works it out against people who are 5 years less athletic than he is.
Yeah. Also, Kenny Pickett got Pat Narduzzi another 5 years to go 7-6, 7-5.
Pretty much 8-8 is gonna be the best he'll do.
Yeah. Good luck. I will be shocked if we have any Pitt Panther fans in this fan base.
Okay. I'm going to close the stream down.
All right. Yeah, it is
So no.
late your guys' time.
Good night, guys.
Great
Yeah,
job.
thanks for watching, guys.
Nice.
Still be on for 2
fun.
seconds, but the stream
yeah.
is... Bye, stream.
Night stream.